What is up? What is up? What is
Hello,
up? Good evening,
everyone.
How is everyone doing out there? If I'm not I'm sorry, there's something attached to my ear. I apologize.
Yeah.
This is to clean the wax out. I just put it in each side. My bad. Sorry about that. Just want to make sure you could hear us. You could see us. I think you can do both, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what is going on.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Nancy said we're looking and sounding great. Outstanding. Nancy, good evening, Nancy.
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, really. So listen, here we are. It's Monday night, and if you're new to the channel, first off, we'd like to welcome you to the Monday Night Live show. And it's a little something we do on Monday evenings. Sharon and I just like to spend some quality time with you guys, some of our greatest friends, and so we just want to hang out a little bit. This is Sharonatsea, the world famous. Sharonatsea. You've heard of her.
That.
You know her. You love her. And my name is Jamie, and we are here to hang out with you guys for a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right.
All right, cool. What is on the agenda? First off,
we have a lot of things kind of to talk about tonight.
There's a lot going on.
Well, besides our cruise and Disney trip, we just have a lot of things going on. So
we do have a lot of things going on. Let's talk about one thing.
Maybe hi to some of the people in here, and then we'll kind of.
Well, I already said hi to Nurse Nancy, but there is someone special that I'd also like to say hi to as well, and give a warm Sharonatsea welcome to the newest member of the Sharonatsea team. You know her and you love her as well. Leanne Francescone is in the house, and if you notice in blue, you might see her name there with a little wrench next to it. We have given Nancy a partner in crime, so to speak.
Yeah, we decided she may need a little help.
That is right.
As the channel grows, so we have a couple moderators now. So.
Yes, we thought it was time to step it up a notch and add a second moderator. I guess.
So not only do we have a hammer now.
Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it, or am I gonna do it? You want to do it?
You do it.
Okay. What if you have a hammer? There's something else that you need if you have a hammer, or else things are not complete. Every hammer needs a nail. So now I'd like to introduce to you guys our moderator team here at Sharonatsea, the hammer and the nail, Nurse Nancy and Leanne Francescone. Can I get a round of applause? Woo! Woo! Okay. Fantastic. That's good. Leanne says her family is bowing to her now. That is tremendous. That is what we all want, and we are glad to hear that. So congratulations to the nail. And I think it's obvious that if you get a little out of control in the chat, Nancy will drop the hammer.
If one doesn't get you,
and if you don't listen to Nancy, then Leanne's going to come in and she's going to nail you. So let's be on our best behavior. Outstanding. A few folks are asking where is Matthew? I see the comments already.
Matthew has missed.
Yes, he is a little behind in a lot of things, and as a young man fresh out of 8th grade on his way to high school, he's got a lot going on, and we tried to drag him into here, and we struggled. I'm not gonna lie. He is knee deep in a whole thing, a gaming thing online. He's been working on it for a couple hours now. He can't leave it. It's weird. He's like an admin moderator himself for this gaming channel he's on. It's within Steam or something like that. I'm not quite sure. So
anyways, but we will try to get him here next week.
Yes.
So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll bring him in. We will have Matthew here, and he can kind of give you some of his input on our cruise, although he does have a couple reviews that he is doing on his own for the channel.
Yes.
So those will be coming out in the next couple of weeks, kind of between some of the ones we have coming out.
Yes, so. Yes. So we're sorry, but if you're only here for Matthew, I'm really sorry to say that I don't know that he's going to be on camera tonight, but we'll get him next time, we promise.
I just saw that cat. Yeah. Yes, the pizza. He will be doing a pizza review.
Oh yeah, he's going to have that going on. He's going to be working on his Sorrento's versus which pizza place at Carnival is he going to be doing for his big review?
Well, Pizza Pirate and Pizza Rio del Capitano, they're pretty much the same. They're really the same.
They are. Pizza Pirate del Capitano.
They just call them something different on the different ships. So basically he's gonna review Royal versus Carnival
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah. So,
So
there you go. You know what? I'm kind of hoping in the back of my head that we do get one of those rowdy folks in the chat tonight, just so that Leanne can really kind of christen her nail and drive that thing into somebody. So we'll see if we get lucky with that. Who knows? Maybe somebody will be wanting to see your feet or some other inappropriate thing that we've seen in here before. You know, there's been hundreds of things, and so we'll see what happens. So stay on your toes, team, and let's keep this thing clean tonight. Okay.
So let's say hi to a few people, and then I know there's probably a lot of questions about the cruise or how
I don't think so.
felt about Royal, but we have a few things to go over first, and then we'll answer
I don't think anybody even knows. I'm just going to do a little sound check. So, okay, so we're still good to go. All right, it sounds like you can hear us. I think you can see us. So we're good. We'll see what happens if we drop out of the video for a second and come back in. Although we don't have any cool, neat, funky, fun videos to go to tonight or anything like that. We have been in a whirlwind of just chaos since getting home and trying to catch up. We both immediately went back to work.
Yeah, the next
day. We got in late in the afternoon on what was it, Tuesday? We got in Tuesday or Wednesday. We got in. Thursday morning, I'm at work at 4:30. Boom, right? You know, not even missing a beat. Sharon's worked 3 nights in a row here. Although she does have some news she'll be sharing with you a little later about her work schedule that y'all might find interesting. So let's see who's in the chat. Shall we? Shall we do that?
All right.
Are you up for that?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and say hi to a few folks. As you know, my new thing is I go back to about 6 p.m. because if I go back to before that, I don't know who we'll see or whatever. Actually, it looks like it's only letting me go back to 6:02. So I'm going to start with a few names and say hi to you guys.
And if you have any questions, we'll go back to them after we're done. We'll kind of come back around.
I'm sorry, I was about to.
What are you doing?
Waiting for you to give me the okay.
Okay.
Gordon Buddy Johnson in the house. Ofe Bell, what's going on? Michael Walensky is here. What's up, Michael? Pascal Smith. Adventures of David and Aaron. How you guys doing? The lovely and talented Nurse Nancy. Bristol Woods is here. Hello, Bristol. Liz Breen. Liz Breen, what's going on, girl? Great to have you here. Nurse Carl is in the house. What's going on, Nurse Carl? Degenerate Cruisers are here. Lovely to see you. I believe that Jason is traveling. I'm pretty sure he's somewhere in Hawaii right now.
We have some friends in Hawaii right now, too.
We do. You should stop by and see them.
Friends, I guess I should
if you see Kimberly and Anthony and Jake, let them know that we said hi and hope you guys have a good time.
Our friends we cruised with last summer, they're in Hawaii for 2 weeks this summer.
Amanda Gray's in the house. Blaine 2007. So Tweedy is here. Hello, Hillary. Lovely to see you. Cat Rose, Johnny B's here. Elisa M. Garcia is here. Tony Barnett, welcome, Tony. We hope that you and your lovely, lovely wife Jenny are doing well this evening.
Hi,
great to have you guys here.
Hi.
Crazy Cat Travelers here. NYC Rocks. What is going on? How are you guys doing today? Mel Stowe is here. Great to see you, Mel. Debbie Moser. Karen Carter's here. Ruth Todd's in the house. Danielle Kersey is here.
I missed a few there too.
Did I miss a few? Never. I would never miss a few. How dare you?
Oh, Liz. Liz is in the house here.
Yeah, I already said hi to Liz.
You did? Oh, okay.
Listen, you need to pay a little
You're
more
going
attention.
Too fast.
I talk like this all the time. I'm surprised
I'm
you
reading the
can't keep up
names
with me.
and you're talking.
You're married.
Okay.
When I wake up in the morning, the alarm goes off and I'm immediately going, Sharon, what's going on? What's for breakfast? What are we doing today? How are we doing? It's just me. It's just how I roll.
I need my coffee before I can.
Cynthia Strom is here from the Santan Valley. What's going on, Cynthia? Joey Miller, Stephanie Regina M. Ice Tick. Scott Weber's here, Jim and Annette Thalman, Lisa, Eli, what's up? MLB Destinations are here. Let's see, Holly Ayers, what's going on, Holly? Ellen's here, Yolanda, great to see you guys. Ronnie Gilbert's here. Rachel Sanford Garcia from California. 106 there. Yeah, we cracked 109 out here today. It's warm, but I'm not gonna lie, it's a dry heat, and we could not be happier to be in a dry heat.
Yeah, and we're cooler here than we were when we were in Florida.
Oh my gosh. Andrew is here. What's going on? Wanda's in the house. Travel Lover. What's up? Kathy Zoda. Michael Evans. Lucy Murray's here. Leanne Francesconi. Lovely to have you here. Nails by Mare is in the house. Mr. Cruise Fever 1. Kelly Aslan is here. What's up? David Green. How you doing, David? DJ Cruiser is here. Shannon Angelo. Alejandro Camejo. Did I just nail that name, Alejandro? Let me say that again.
I think you did.
Alejandro Camejo. God, my Spanish is fantastic. Lisa is in the house. Lisa Edelstein. Stein. Chef Miggs is here. What's up, Chef? Eddie Moonshine, welcome, buddy. Joe Durr is here. Shannon Emrich. Oh boy, Joe Tolley's here. Firestorm V1. What is going on, Firestorm? Glad to have you. Najuma Brown. Slinky Angle King is here. Janet Moyer is in the house. What's up, Janet? Thanks, babe. Bob Decker is here. I did miss one. I never want to miss Janet. Heather Room. I'm going to say Room. Rome. Heather, you got to set me straight on that. Lori Ollert is here. What's going on? We just had a Cat Rose, I believe. Pam Thomas is here. Captain's Table MDR in the house. Woo, I don't know. I went through a lot of names right there. Dave and Brady's Excursion. Lovely to have you guys.
So Tweety's here.
I did say I got so Tweety, but she deserves to be said hi to twice because she's awesome. Lucilla Richards is here. What's going on, Lucilla? Marilyn Moore, Diane Dietrich, Rob from Life with Favor. What is going on, Rob and Favor? How are you guys doing today? I see Rob a lot. I don't always know if Favor's here. She is very, very busy. She's like a vlogging machine over there at Life with Favor. I just glad that she lets Rob come out and play every once in a while.
Heather and Lucia.
Where?
Lucille, Heather.
Heather right here?
Ronnie Gilbert. Did you say hi to them?
Ronnie Gilbert. I got Ronnie Gilbert. Yeah, honey, you need to catch up.
Hey,
just take
I
a
don't
breath.
want you to miss
Drink a little bit of your iced tea. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay, come on. Cruise with us is here. I think that's everybody. I don't know if there's anybody else named it. Raymond Leach in here for a bit. Then I need to watch the Raptors win their first title. I think the Raptors are gonna win. I'm not really a basketball guy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I do better with oblong balls. You know what? I'm just going to stop right there. I don't know what I was about to say, but it can't sound good.
Yeah, we don't really watch basketball much here. Although a couple times we went to a Phoenix Suns game.
Hang on.
And actually going to the game was a lot of fun. Back.
How about now?
That was several years ago.
We had a little freeze up there, didn't we? Okay. We had a little freeze. I think we're back. You're right about that, Brian. That is a little bit of a deal, but we're back in the game. You know what? I was probably talking too fast. I think the OBS can't keep up. Sorry about that, kids. Thanks for hanging in there. I just happened to glance, and I was like, what's going on? That looks a little weird. Let's see what else we have. Hold on. Let's catch back up again. I don't want to miss anybody. Sherry Giaquinto's here. We did say hi to Dave and Aaron. Woo, I think we kind of got everybody. Ann Charbel is here. Boom, 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 boom. Kimberly Payne's in the house. Daniel Donnelly, what's going on, buddy? Glad to have you here. I need to keep my little screen right here so I can see exactly what's going on at all times on this thing. That's probably a good move. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Okay. Big Pap's in the house. Cat Rose said pizza. Bill Leach from Smyrna, Georgia. What is up, Bill? Glad to have you. Beth Ellinger is here. Beth says she hasn't seen much of her son since school got out either. So she knows what I'm talking about. She knows what we're talking about.
Summer's here.
Charles Hahn is in the house. All right, guys. I'm going to blow through a little bit of the chat. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. Come back around and say hi. Joe McMullen, I do see you there. Ashley Elliott. Patty McFall-Monk. Brian Schultz. What's going on, Brian? And I'm going to jump all the way down. What is the deal, guys?
Is it freezing again?
This thing is freezing again. I am sorry. I don't know. Can you hear us when it's freezing? I'm gonna have to reconfigure something here. Hold on a second. Okay, what about now? I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go, and we're back here. That is a drag. I am so sorry about that, guys. That's such a pain in the butt when that happens, and my apologies. If it happens one or two more times, then we might try to plug something into another spot. We will see what happens here. Welcome, Leanne. See, Leanne, that's what happens when you're part of a big live show like this. It gets a little messy at times, so for that, we apologize.
All good?
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good for the moment. We're going to see. Okay. I'm going to go right here with this.
Tony said the sound hadn't stopped. I guess we just froze.
So it's freezing. The sound hadn't stopped. Okay. All right. That's good stuff. Thank you, guys. Thanks. Yeah, if it just scream and yell at us if the picture freezes and let us know.
It's always crazy when it freezes. It always freezes when you have with the weirdest look on your face. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
when you look at the screen.
All right, good stuff. OBS is possessed technology. You are right. You are right, Nancy, for sure. All right, guys. Liz Breen said this chat is fast. Throw Epcot firework video in when it freezes again. Oh, okay, Claywood. That's a great idea.
We got a lot of those.
That is a great idea. Maybe I'll try doing that. I'll jump to a video and see what happens. Look, it froze again.
Did it?
It froze again. That's unbelievable.
Oh my goodness.
All right, guys, hang in there 1 second. I'm going to try something. Hang in. Hang on.
Oh my goodness.
Hang on. Sharon, you go ahead and talk to the peeps.
All right. Well,
there you go.
I don't want to talk if you're unplugging it. Can they hear me?
They won't hear you for... Okay, what about now? Can you hear me now? And if you can hear me, give me a heck yeah. Okay, okay, no sound. Okay, it's cool, it's cool. We're coming back in. We're coming back in. And we're back. Woo!
Okay.
Man, things are going crazy right now. All right, guys, thanks for hanging in there a minute. Let's see if that changes the problem, or fixes the problem, I should say. Heck yeah, you're back, you're back, you're back. I'm seeing some good things there. I
Okay.
think we're back.
Well, one thing we wanted to talk about is, I don't know.
Thank you, Danielle.
They're all not in the chat tonight, but we just wanted to say thank you to everyone that came to our kind of meetup at Disney Springs while we were
Oh my gosh.
in Florida. In
That
Orlando.
was awesome,
That
wasn't it?
was amazing.
That was awesome.
And I can't believe Nurse Nancy flew in.
Did you guys, I don't know if you guys all saw that video that we made, and a couple people put out videos of it, and it was one of the most emotional moments that I've had in quite a while.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
We were in shock when we saw Nancy there. Like,
Yes.
I almost just didn't even realize that was her at first. I started kind of talking, I was just there, and then all of a sudden it dawned on me, like, oh my gosh, she's actually really here.
You're like, that's
it was
Nancy.
it was just crazy, yeah. I can't believe you did that.
It was. And I guess, I mean, there's probably a few people to thank for that, but do you want to go through
Yeah.
and thank a few folks? I know you got a couple of...
There were several creators there.
Yes.
There was, I think Alana and Raphael kind of had a little to do with Nancy being there.
A little to do with it. I think they had a lot to do with it. Alana and
They kept it a
Raphael
secret.
Zingano, thank you so much for your involvement in that and
Yeah.
taking care of our girl Nancy and helping her to get down to see us. That was fantastic.
And the
So
Degenerate
thank you very much
Cruisers
for
were
that.
there,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a good time with them. It was really
Oh
nice
yes,
meeting them.
they were there. Okay,
We
who
met
else?
Griff and Alyssa,
Griff and Alyssa.
Sean and Steph.
Sean and Steph in real life were there. Sean and Steph in real life were there in real life.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
And Liz Breen was
Liz
there.
Breen was in the house
Came
as well,
out.
so that was awesome.
And her kids.
All right, who
So it was
else you
nice
got? Are
meeting
you
them.
we have a list because we don't want to miss anybody. I'm not going to lie
well,
about
there
that.
was Stephen and Terry McDowell.
Mm-hmm,
They were there. They were
Excellent.
some subscribers,
Yes.
and they're going to be on our group cruises with us too. So
Oh,
they
that's
were
gonna be
there.
awesome.
Rhonda Blankenship was there.
That's right, and she hooked us
And-
up a little live video, so we saw her man Tom Beetle Bailey as
Yeah.
well, and said hi to him.
And she
so
brought
that
us
was
a
cool.
little picture we have up here.
That's right, a little artwork. We always
Artwork.
appreciate that from Tom, I
Yeah.
believe. So thank you so much for that.
That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And there was Mick and Peggy were there.
Yes.
And then
Alana had her friends
Alana had some
Leanne
friends, Leanne.
and Kevin were there.
yeah,
So
they
that
were
was
there.
awesome.
I think they're like the Disney cruisers from what we were talking
They love
about.
Disney. Yeah, they put me on the spot and they were asking why they should stop cruising Disney and try Carnival. And that was
wow.
a tough deal. I just told them it's because
Yeah.
for what you pay for your Disney cruise, you might be able to go on 3 Carnival cruises. But I don't know if
true.
that's going to win them over or
Yeah,
not.
that's
So
true.
we'll see.
And who else?
Hold on, who are you forgetting? Darla.
Price.
Darla, I think. Darla Price was there.
She stopped in.
Oh my God, she stopped by in the rain. It was in the rain. Darla was there, and I felt so bad, but it was so nice of her to come. She was there with her. I think she was there with her daughter, and her daughter was just kind of quiet and laid low, and it was just fantastic. So it was so nice of everybody to come. Did we miss anybody?
I
'Cause
think
if we
that-
missed anyone, I will feel horrible.
No, I think that was it.
Did you mention that Nurse Nancy was there?
Well, of course we did.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure.
She was like the star of the show.
Oh my gosh, yes, for sure, for sure. Let's see, what else
So
do we have
anyways,
going
thanks you to everyone who came out. It
That was amazing.
amazing. That just like, I don't know, it just made our trip so special.
It was amazingly special.
Yeah.
So we will cherish that moment forever.
Yeah.
And a matter of fact,
we can't wait to get together with everyone again sometime.
Daniel Kersey, what's going on? Glad to have you here. I got your message. I'm on point with you now. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Amanda said, hate that we didn't get to make the meetup. Well, we'll get you guys next time. There will be more. There will be more.
Yeah. And at least we met you already, and we'll get to meet you again on the group cruise.
Oh yeah, we will have drinks again. That is
Yeah.
for sure. All right, I think we haven't frozen in a minute, so maybe the issue is taken care of. There's one thing though. I'm a little parched right now. If you guys will excuse me, I just need to have I gotta have a drink here. Let me just crack this open. It's a very cold thing I have here. I just wanted to.
Is that koozie keeping it cold?
It's so cold. I put this beer out here 4 hours ago, and it's still ice cold. Did you guys see this? Degenerate Cruisers, thank you so much for my koozie.
We love the koozies.
It is amazing. Dilly Dilly. Oh, D&G Explorers are here. Dilly Dilly, boys, Derek and Gregory. How you guys doing? It is a koozie that I got from Degenerate Explorers. I mean, Degenerate Explorers. See what I just did there? D&G Explorers. Degenerate Cruisers.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, we are.
We made a whole new channel.
That is a brand new channel. The Degenerate Explorers. Somebody write that down and keep that handy for me.
Oh my
So
goodness.
thank you so much for my koozie. Krista and Jason, it was lovely to meet you guys. So cheers, everybody. That's right, Blaine. This part of the show is brought to you by the Degenerate Cruisers. Degenerate Cruisers, when you need your beer to be cold.
That's right.
It is a new channel, Crazy Cat Traveler. All right, so I don't know if you guys know this, but we were on the Symphony of the Seas last week. Royal Caribbean, our first time after 25 cruises, venturing out and trying a new cruise line. And it was pretty awesome. Was it not awesome?
It was.
It was. Am I jumping around? I know, and Sharon has a little bit of an idea of things we want to talk about tonight.
I just thought we would kind of talk about some things and then go into the whole Symphony thing and answer questions.
What else do you want to talk? I'm sorry. You guys know me. I get a little wound up
just
and
so
all over the
that
place.
we're not flip-flopping all over the place.
Yes, we
Like
try to cover
you like to
topics
do.
when we can, but I usually just steer this thing way off the track, and Sharon tries to bring me back in, but it's not easy, guys. It's not easy at all to reel me in.
Let's just talk about a couple more things, and then we'll talk
Okay,
about
all right, you talk for a minute.
Okay.
I'm just going to
All right.
enjoy this
Well-
ice cold beer brought to you by Degenerate Cruisers. When you need your beer to be ice cold, make sure you have your Degenerate Cruisers koozie. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I can't keep a straight face. One thing is, I know some of you, we mentioned we would post something on the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. We haven't forgotten that.
Oh my
So we
God.
got back.
That went right over my head.
This weekend we will have a video out with all the details on how it will work. There's going to be some questions. The people that answer the most questions correctly will be then put into a drawing, kind of a random drawing, and whoever wins will win the big prize.
Okay, hold on. I think you need some more detail on
I
that.
know. Well, the details will be in the video, but basically the questions are going to be questions that you will see in any of our vlogs or any of our live shows. They will not be questions that were in any kind of like port videos we've made, like things to do in the port, news videos, anything like that. It'll just be our vlogs and our live shows. So there'll be, I'm not sure how many questions, but anyway, so if you watch those or you have watched a lot of them, then you may know some of the answers.
So it's going to be
Or
like...
you can look at the questions when they come out, then you can go back to
Some of the people are saying, is there a test? Is this homework
It's
or
like
something
a
like that?
test. It's like a test.
It is. Listen, there's a lot of giveaway things that go on
We're just
the
trying to
internet.
think of something different and fun.
We want to do something different, and we want to do something for you guys, for the folks that are always there, the regular folks, the folks that watch the vlogs and spend time listening to us or me ramble on, and Sharon makes sense and make good points, and we wanted to do something different. Sharon had an amazing idea. I was a little on the fence with it at first. I was thinking, let's just go back to the old spin the wheel and pick a name and wrap this thing up, and she wanted to do something fun. So when we put out this video, there will be a special email for you to send an email to with the answers of the trivia questions that we put out there. I'm not sure how many there will be, and we will go through, and whoever gets the most answers right will be the winner.
Well, if
And if
yeah.
there's a tie, which there's a good chance there could be, then we will draw a name out of a hat from whoever is tied for the most correct
Right.
answers. They're not going to be. I mean, some of them will be, you know, like softballs, right? Easy stuff. Like who, you know, what's Jamie's favorite team? I mean, come on, everybody knows that. But there's going to be some tricky ones in there, and like Sharon said, it'll only be from stuff from our live shows that we've talked about, or things from our cruise vlogs.
The live vlog.
Yeah. Our live shows or our cruise vlogs that we put out there.
And the prize will be, we'll announce the prize in the video as well, what the prize is going to be.
Yes. So there you have it. Come on, Bristol, you can do it. Bristol said, now that you call it trivia, I may pass. Tanya, you're right. The binge watching will pay off. No, Jeffrey, it's not the 49ers. It is the LA Chargers, my dear friend.
Anyway, so we thought that'd be fun. So that's coming out this weekend, so we can move on. I don't know.
Oh, you're saying we can move on, so we can go?
Move on up.
So the funny thing is that, I mean, we did this thing, it was just a few weeks ago, it feels like, that we hit 10K, and we came out with this, and all of a sudden, boom, we're getting ready to go. We're on our cruise, we're on our Disney adventure. Oh yeah, we were in Disney World too, by the way. And all this stuff is going on, and it's just, now we're like, wait a minute, we have to catch up on a whole lot of stuff, including the 10K giveaway.
Yeah.
What about the giveaway things? Do we know what the giveaway is going to be?
We don't know yet.
Nurse Nancy, we did say, I see that. Mick and Peggy. You mentioned Mick and Peggy.
Yeah,
did you not?
I did.
We got Mick and Peggy on there too. But thank you for mentioning that and keep an eye out.
I haven't decided on the giveaway yet. There's been people mentioning different things. Some people said they would maybe have a couple different options and let them choose. I was thinking about maybe having 3 different things, and whoever wins can say, hey, I want that one out of the 3, and then I would just order it and ship it directly to them. That's an option, or we can just have one prize designated. The reason I thought about options is because maybe the person that wins may not need or want the prize, but if they have options, they might be able to have something that they can actually use.
So are you looking at Saturday night or Sunday for this video to come out?
I think we'll put it out Sunday morning.
When you guys get out of bed Sunday, look for the 10K giveaway to be posted
We'll
and
try
ready.
to post it early Sunday morning.
Yes. And I know
so you
that
can binge watch all day Sunday.
I know Tony wants a Ford Ranger. I don't know if Ford Ranger will be in the mix. We shall see.
Maybe a Matchbox.
How it goes.
Ford Ranger.
We'll see how it goes.
So
Nancy,
that's one.
hold on. It looks like Nancy might be keeping an eye out on Jeffrey Pooler. Leanne, how are you doing out there? Leanne, are we doing good? Are you hanging in there? Okay, good. She's there too. She's still rocking and rolling. This is so fun to see two hammers, a hammer and a nail, 2 wrenches on there. That is so exciting.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, did I see Timothy Walters? What's going on, Timothy Walters? Glad to see you in here. I know there's a few new names, guys, and we may have missed you. I'm sorry. We got through a bunch of names, and then we just want to barrel right through into,
Just come
into what
back
else
through
is going
and
on.
say hi and
Yes.
ask any questions, and we'll get to you.
An air hockey table, huh? I mean, you might need one, like just at home to practice on. That way you don't have to go to the air hockey training facility that you rent out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That might help you out, Tony Barnett. So we shall see. A free cruise, Linda Lou. I don't know if that would be good.
We already did say that if we ever reach 20,000 subscribers,
20,000.
we will give away a free cruise.
Yes.
So help us grow, and we will definitely give away.
Share
a free
the
cruise.
info. Here's some ideas. Slinky said camera equipment, kiss bag, maybe packing cubes. Oh, it's going to be better than packing cubes.
Yeah, better than packing cubes.
There you go.
But the other things are good.
They sure are. They sure are. All right, what else do you have going on?
Okay, so I just wanted to mention, if anyone is going on our group cruise, I don't want to talk about the group cruise a lot on here because we have a Facebook group for it, and I try to keep that separate so it doesn't kind of bore the people that can't go. But if anyone is not on the Facebook group for this October's group cruise on the horizon, I will post the link in the description when this goes to replay, and so you can join the group, because we have a lot of things that are going to be coming up in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Anyways, you need to know are things that we're going to be doing and planning. So what are you doing?
I'm just responding.
Oh, you're responding. Jamie's responding to my text.
Sharon's phone is blowing up.
anyways, so
There you go.
join the Facebook
That'll help
group.
things out.
And then also there aren't any group cabins left at the group rate, but there are early saver rate left if anyone still wants to join.
Yes.
Final payment will be at the end of July for that cruise, the last day of July. So there are a few cabins left. So if you want to join us, and also we have the group cruise next October with Lolita Loca. So if you're interested in
Yeah,
that
the following
as well,
October. That's going to be amazing.
yeah.
That's going to be amazing. Hold on, I have to just do something here. Someone put a request in that I have to take care of right here, really
okay.
quick, for someone special who just said that they are. Let's see. I don't see you in there, Alana.
Oh.
Alana, you got to put in again. I don't see you in there. Alana said that she was trying to get into
the cruise group.
into the cruise crew.
Yeah, and then also the Facebook group for the group cruise is different than the Sharon at Sea cruise crew. We've had a couple of people request to join, and I think they thought they were joining one and not the other. Anyways, so there's multiple groups.
There you go.
Anyways, so we have just one more announcement, I think. One more thing.
Yes. Oh, maybe Alana is. Oh, the Facebook. Alana's talking about the other Facebook group.
Which Facebook
The
group?
Alana, are you talking about the group cruise Facebook group? Let me know real quick. I think that's what she might be talking about.
Oh, okay. We'll check
Okay.
that in a
I'm
minute.
sorry. I was looking at like the cruise crew Facebook group, and I'm like, what? What are you talking about? But I'm a dummy, and ignore me.
We should probably talk about the group, yeah.
Yes. What else you got to cover there, my dear love?
Let's see, what else? One other thing. So we have a little change around here.
Oh, okay. Alana's talking about the 2020. Yeah, go ahead. What's the change?
So what?
And did you just draw a blank?
Oh no, I thought. No, I was
Are you
looking
alright?
at what you were
Have you been
looking
drinking tonight?
at. No, I haven't been drinking.
Are you going to talk about the fact you're going to be committing more time to taking care of travel?
Oh no, I was reading something there, but
Okay.
yes. So, anyways,
You know, you don't talk and read the chat at the same time. It will mess you up.
I know.
Beyond
I
repair.
gotta not look at that. Okay,
Yes.
so starting July 1st, I have been a nurse for 18 years, and I love nursing, but doing nursing and the travel now is just getting to be too much. It's like 2 full-time jobs, and then trying to do other things. I feel like I don't have time to do anything around the house or spend much time with the family or anything.
Pay attention to me. I need more attention, baby.
So I decided I have to give something up a little bit. So like I said, I've been a nurse for 18 years. I love it, but I think it's time to give a little bit of that up and just focus on the travel. I am going to just work maybe 2 days a month just to kind of keep my nursing license up and running. But I'm basically not kind of like quitting almost, and I'm going to be focusing completely on travel full time. So
You better watch out, because your nurse peeps are going to give you a hard time for that, you know.
no.
They are going to give you a hard time. No, you think it'll be doing good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
All right.
Anyways, so I'm going to focus on travel, and thanks to everyone out there that has booked travel with me. You know, it's helped me to allow me to do that because it's become kind of like a full-time job now, and so I'm excited.
You know, I don't know.
Because it's something I really, really enjoy doing, and you know, I've been doing it for 3 years, and I'm kind of at the point now where the business is built up enough. You know, like I said, it's a full-time thing, and
Well,
you know,
I don't know if you give
excited.
yourself enough credit. So Sharon, she works 3 overnight shifts a week, from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. on like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights, and that's a pretty regular gig. And she's been doing that for a while. And to live a daytime life, and then in the middle of the week just throw in 3 overnights, can really kick your butt. And there's times where she'll get home at 6 in the morning. She gets things ready to get Matthew off to school. Then she's got 3 phone calls to work on, somebody to contact back, a cruise to book. You know, meanwhile I'm already at work because I'm working every day and going into work early. And next thing you know, I talked to her, and she barely got to go to bed till at like 10. But then she's got to be up at 1 or 2 to start getting ready for Matthew to get home from school and be there for that and stuff. So she's really been burning the candle at both ends. So we're just excited that it's gotten to a point where, with a little effort and a little squeezing and maybe a few small cutbacks, although we're not cutting back on the cruising, she can do something that she really, really loves doing. So I just want to say great job, babe, and congratulations, and I hope it works out great for us. Otherwise, you're going to get right back to work again and keep burning the candle at both ends.
No, it's going to be great. And it's just something new, like, and fresh. I've been doing it for a while, but it's just, it's just having to just focus on the one thing.
So the moral of the story is, if you need to book travel or if you're looking to go on a cruise, contact Sharon. She will get you hooked up. I think there's plenty of testimonials out there. Ask anybody. She'll work hard and take good care of you. There's a lot of great people that are doing it right now. Probably people that might even be in this chat. And Sharon's one of those great. I mean, to me, she's the greatest. Don't get me wrong. But you can contact her for all your needs as well. All right. So that's the deal. Just a quick heads up to you guys.
Just so you know, that's what's going on.
And there's still room on the October 13 group cruise. Come on and party with us for a week on the Carnival Horizon if you dare.
If you dare.
All right, what else we got?
Oh my God. Well, that's about it for the announcements right now. Oh, and we do have a couple more cruises that we're going to be booking probably in the next couple months that we'll be announcing at a later date. One, of course, will be on Royal.
What? We're going on Royal again?
Yeah, we are. We're
Did
still deciding.
you just segue into a Royal Caribbean conversation?
I did. We are deciding whether or not we want to take a longer 7-day on an Oasis class ship, or maybe try a different class of ships. So we're kind of going back and forth with that.
Yes.
And part of it will depend on the itinerary too, because we don't want to go to places we've been a lot before. So we're going to.
We will see what happens.
Try to work that out, and then also I have another small cruise in the works, and we'll see if that pans out. It's just the timing of it is kind of close to when our daughter's expecting her baby, so I'm kind of.
Our daughter's expecting a baby?
See how that works out.
Oh my gosh!
And the first week of October, but I think she's going to have it the last week of September because she has to have a C-section. So.
Wow, is that a TMI right there?
Yeah, it'll be right before our group
if she's
cruise.
Watching right now, I don't think she's watching, but if she was, she'd be mad.
It'll be right before our group cruise. Yeah.
She would be mad. Let's see. Liz Breen, I see you saying that, and thank you so much. And again, Liz, it was amazing to meet you at the get-together. Thank you so much for coming and spending time with us. We loved hanging out with you and the kids. Yes, and you tell the little ones there to have a good day, and we really appreciate it. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, Cookie Lady said, "Don't do Mariner of the Seas." Should we get into the chat a little? Should we see what people are talking about?
I heard some people say it's good. Oh, yeah, she said the. It went by too quick. I half read a sentence and that went away.
You know I can back up, baby.
I know. Well, I know, but back it up.
Pam Thomas said, "Congrats! I did FedEx night shift for 10 years. That was brutal."
Yeah,
that is brutal.
You are right. You kind of get used to nights, and I used to work during the day for a long time, but when Matthew went to probably when he was about 6 or 7, I started working nights just because it worked out better with his school schedule, being home during the day all the time with him and stuff. Yeah, he's kind of lucky. He never really had to go to a babysitter, or when he was born, I took 3 years off work to stay home with him, and then when I went back to work, we never had to send him to a babysitter, so that was kind of nice.
I know.
We were really
and now he's
lucky
spoiled
with
as heck. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to the reason why we're here. First off, thank you everybody for being here. 220 people in the chat, 115 thumbs up, 0 thumbs down.
Wow.
0 thumbs down? There's not one person out there that'll give me a thumbs down?
By the end now we'll have one.
Not one person who can throw me that? First off, we appreciate that. And remember it. And actually, I gotta mention John Klaykowski. I think he's here in the chat. What's up, Mr. Klaykowski? I don't know if York's here. He's probably busy going through his photos from the Magic. Griffin and Alyssa are in the house. What's going on, guys? But Klaykowski made a neat little video that I saw on his ship show last night, where he actually showed how to do a thumbs up if you are on your cell phone. And basically what you have to do is you have to close out the chat. You X out the chat button, then you hit the little thumbs up, which is called the like button, then you click chat, and the chat opens back up, and you're right where you were. So if anybody is struggling about how to do that, we appreciate it. You guys know that when you're watching your favorite vloggers and you give them a thumbs up, that is good. YouTube likes to see thumbs up. And whoa, okay, easy guys. We didn't need 5 thumbs down. Can you back off of that a little bit? For crying out loud. I mean, I just wanted maybe one, maybe two at the most. You hit me with 5. Oh, okay, there we go. There's few people are backing off now. Thank you so much. Holy shnikes. You guys are so responsive. I love it. So if you're able to do that, anytime when you get a lot of thumbs up, that just says good things about the content, and it's always appreciated by your whoever you're watching. There's a lot of great people that do live streams all week long. You know, there's a regular routine of them, and anytime you're on those channels, make sure you're giving them some thumbs up, and it really means a lot. So thank you, and I see the thumbs up jumping right now. I know it's a cheesy request.
I know, one time,
but
I
we'll take
watched
it.
a lot of videos at night from work sometimes, and on my phone. So, you know, sometimes it's harder to do things on your phone than the computer, you know, and I get busy too. And so one night I went to give something a thumbs up, and by accident I hit the thumbs down, and I was like, oh my God, you know, so I hit, you know, of course hit it again.
So you unthumbs downed it.
At the same time I'm thinking, oh my God, I hope they didn't see I did that. I don't think you can see who gives you the thumbs down.
You can't.
But I was just like, oh my God.
Oh, okay. Now we're okay. Whoever, don't touch it now. We're at 1 thumbs down. That's fine. Whoever has that one, good job. Thumbs up to the 1 thumbs down, and we'll just keep it right there. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Okay, let's jump back into the chat a little bit. Sharon, pick a time between 6:35 and 6:38.
6:36.
Okay, 6:36. We're gonna go back to 6:36.
All right. Well,
and see who's out there and who's chatting and what's going on.
Yeah. If anyone wants to know anything about the symphony or what we thought, go ahead and ask. We're gonna have a video coming out.
Hit some questions now.
Friday or Saturday? Friday.
Well, all right. So first,
that'll tell our likes and dislikes, kind of like a mini review, but not really a full review.
Well, what's kind of funny is you know, we've been talking a lot about this whole thing, and you know, will the Carnival loyalists become royalists? That's kind of the theme of our whole experience here, and what we're going to be talking about over the next few weeks with all the videos and stuff.
We'll probably have a video at the very end, kind of giving you the
scoop. Oh, I think people will get the scoop as they watch. But one of the first things we did when we got home is, well, we threw out a quick thing about that whole Cuba deal, because that was chaos. So we nailed that real quick. Then we want to put out a video of our meet and greet, so we did that. And then I was laughing because one of the comments in the meet and greet, and if you're out there tonight, I appreciate the comment. We love almost all the comments, and we always take any constructive feedback that we can to try to be better. But the comment was, all that hype about the Royal Caribbean cruise and nothing. And this is like a day and a half after we just got home and dropped our luggage, and this person is like, come on man, get it together. And I was like, I'm sorry, we're working hard on the vlogs, they'll be out soon. So just yesterday morning we put out the first one. We premiered our first vlog, which is just the travel day. Everyone has a travel day. We try to document it the best we can, so it's kind of like taking you from the first step and coming with us on our adventure. Kind of not the most
exciting always, but you kind of have to put that out there to lead into the, you know.
And so we did that, and now I'm thinking probably Wednesday, maybe Wednesday morning, late morning, somewhere in there, Embarkation Day will come out. You know, there's some people who can knock out these vlogs a little quicker than us, and they do a great job at it. It's a little bit of a 2 to 3 day adventure, putting out a decent vlog for us. So we're probably looking at Wednesday, and we'll probably go like Wednesday.
But we're gonna have our, like I said,
Saturday, Sunday.
We have our likes and dislikes coming out either Thursday or Friday.
We'll have a like and dislike deal.
And then we'll have a couple things coming out this weekend. So we're gonna try to get them out a little quicker this time and get maybe 4 things out a week or so.
Yes.
We're gonna work on it because we actually have another cruise coming up at the end of this month. So we're gonna try to get as much out as we can before that cruise.
You have another cruise coming up at the end of this month?
Yeah.
Do these people know about that?
I think so.
Hold on. Who out there knows that we have another cruise coming up at the end of the month? Let me know in the chat if you're aware of that.
We've talked about it.
And you know about that. I'm gonna bounce back. Let's see. Oh, Nancy said your vlog quality is really growing. Loving your music and editing. Thank you so much. Leanne said, yay, another vlog coming. I love when the moderators are cheering us on. Ladies, thank you so much. Leanne, how are you doing out there? Are you feeling good? Are you getting used to having the nail in your hand to drop the nail? Have you had to nail anybody yet? Let's see. Joe knows. Shannon Rooks knows.
Yeah, so we're going to...
Alana said, I don't think we knew about it. News to me, said Timothy Walters. Okay, so...
So we're going on... We decided to go... It's just over in California. We're going to drive over to Long Beach and take a 3-day cruise on the Carnival Inspiration. We've had this plan for a little while. we're taking my mother with us, and we're taking our 2 oldest granddaughters. So it's kind of like a little summer mini thing with the family.
Yes.
And just we're just gonna relax on that one. Really, just there's nothing. I mean, it is an older ship, but we're just
So let me
going
revisit
down to
that one more time.
Ensenada. But we're just gonna get on the ship, relax.
So Sharon and Matthew and I,
We'll
we're
vlog.
going with my mother-in-law and 2 of the grandkids. So the good news is, have I not already secured the drink package?
Well, we didn't get the drink package because we booked there was a casino deal going on. So when we're in the casino,
Blame 2007, you got it.
we get to drink for free. So I figure, you know what, if you want to drink, you can go to the casino and get your drink.
Oh, okay.
So why buy the
Well, that's
drink
cool with
package?
me. Okay then. All right. I just want to make sure that I'm covered there because this
We all have
is
it.
a nice
We all
little
have a
family
drink
trip,
package in
and
the casino.
and I will need a couple beverages with the crew there.
You can do a lot of gambling.
Degenerate cruisers. I might need a koozie. You know what? The kind of koozie you need. If you need a koozie, there's only one koozie to have. It's a Degenerate Cruisers koozie. This section of the live show is sponsored by Degenerate Cruisers. Degenerate Cruisers, when you need your beer to stay cold for 3 to 4 hours at a time because you're way too slow drinking it, Degenerate Cruisers koozies. Get one today. Oh my God, John Hales is here. G said, as his family, you're getting chocolate-covered yak delivered to your stateroom on the Inspiration.
We love chocolate covered.
John Hales is in the chat. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Nancy and Leanne, please let John know that we're so glad that he's here, and that is fantastic.
Yeah. We can't wait to see you in December, John.
And I appreciate the offer for the chocolate-covered yak. That is fantastic. That's right, Griff.
Gosh.
But wait, there's more. So thank you, John Hill, for showing up and coming in. And there you go. Laisha L. Christian, what is going on, Laisha? Laisha says, that's the best advertising ever. I don't even drink beer, but I need one now. That is fantastic. Thank you. Diane Sanders is here. I need to say hi to some people. There's a lot of new people here that I didn't say hi to earlier. Guys, there's 215 people here. Thank you so much for showing up. We know that usually when you get back from a cruise, you get a lot of folks and a lot of turnout, but it really means a lot to us. So thank you very much for coming in to see us. We hope you enjoy being here, chatting with all the great people in the chat. Listen to us ramble on for a few minutes or a few hours, as the case may be. And thanks for being here. So that is awesome. Let's see, what do we have here? Let's go back a little bit and see. Huckleberry Sunny, what's going on, Huckleberry Sunny? Spring Break 2020, we don't have one lined up as far as the group cruise goes, but Spring Break 2020, we do have something in the works. What's going on Spring Break 2020?
We're booked on the Panorama Spring Break 2020.
Woo, boy, that's going to be a good time.
Yeah, we have, the only group cruise we have planned in 2020 is in October with Lolita Loca.
Yes, our dear friends Lolita Loca and a lot of other awesome people.
For any other group cruise in 2020.
That is correct. Grace Strickland, what's going on from Santan Valley? Love to see you. I don't know if we gave him a proper welcome, but John Klaykowski, what is going on? Klaykowski just announced that he will be he and his family, lovely family that he has, will be cruising with the great and talented Griff and Alyssa. And again, guys, I don't know if you were here earlier or you popped in a little late, but it was awesome meeting you guys. We really, really enjoyed getting to spend time with you. You know what's amazing? I know we keep going back to that meet and greet, but meeting all these people and the cruising community is so special. Everyone was so exactly how you thought they were going to be. Yeah. They were just what you get on their shows.
Yeah. It was like you just knew them already when you met them.
Yeah, it was really, really neat meeting these guys and chatting with them and stuff like that. And I had a real special moment with Griff. We went over and had a beer together. I owed him one. Got you now, buddy. And so that was fantastic. So that was awesome. I Love Breakfast at Tiffany's is here. What's going on? ILBAT. Glad to have you here. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see. Leanne said no thumbs down. I'll nail them. Excellent, Leanne. It's okay. You got to let people voice. I love Leanne. She's out of the gate. She's ready to nail somebody. I love that. And yeah, you know what? I need to re-announce that as well. If you guys don't know, Nurse Nancy has been an amazing, amazing moderator for a long time, and she has worked tirelessly through these live shows, handling the inappropriate, obscene, extreme, horrifying comments that some people choose to leave here, and we love her for that. and it was time to get her a little help, a little assistance. And there's one tough cookie that we know of that hails from the northeast part of the country by the name of Leanne Francesconi, and we have recruited her. We recruited her heavily. A lot of people trying to get her on board with us, but we made a pitch that she couldn't refuse, and she's on board with us. So Leanne Francesconi is now also a moderator for us. She's the newest member of the Sharon at Sea team, and we love her, and we want to welcome her, and thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. So there you go. Scott Weber said, Sharon, you're going to be a grandma. Oh, she's already a grandma, dude.
Oh,
There's
no,
a lot of grandkids out there.
Yeah.
But yes, one more time, we're going to be grandparents again. What?
You read it wrong.
What? It's Scott Weber at Sharon at Sea. You're going to be a grandma. Right? Is that what are you seeing something different than me?
Yeah.
Do you need your glasses on tonight?
I think you need.
Why?
Well,
Scott Weber says, at Sharon at Sea, you're going to be a grandma.
You're too young to be a grandma.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Wow.
But
I do
not
use
really.
the glasses. Okay.
Not really.
Never mind.
So,
Ignore me. Did ask, let's see. Let's go through some more of the comments.
We have 8 grandkids, and the 9th one is on the way.
Okay. You know what? You're right. I'm sitting there reading this, and I'm looking at it, and Sharon's like, are you an idiot?
Comment?
You are crazy.
Oh, someone had asked too up there how old the 2 granddaughters are that are coming with us.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 that are coming with us on the cruise are 11 and 13.
Ooh.
So our oldest
another cold
granddaughter is actually 8 months younger than Matthew. My oldest daughter and myself, we were pregnant at the same time. That's kind of weird, I know. But I had Matthew, of course. Well, Matthew came kind of early, but I had him before Matthew. So Matthew's a uncle too, like
Yes.
a lot of kids, kind of almost the same age.
Yes. It's a weird dynamic,
Yeah.
and we'll just leave it at that.
So
It's
they
a crazy one.
they go from 13 on down to 2
Yes.
right now.
That is correct. And I'm looking at my phone here to make sure that the video is not freezing, so I think it's holding up good. And I'm seeing one comment over here. I'm seeing another one over there. So you were right. My bad. I don't know what I was doing. I'm looking at this, and I must have been reading like 2 lines at a time through the chat. I think I'm getting like that chat blur going on. Maybe it's these new glasses I'm wearing are messing me up. All right, let's try to go through this. Let's see. Big G and Snuggles is here. What's going on, Big G? Glad to have you. Yvette Johnson is in the house. Lovely to see you. I know we did catch up with John Klikowski's here. Griffin Alyssa is here. Cookie Lady. Let's see. See, what else do we have? Bob Decker's here. Bob Decker, let's start with Bob Decker's question, shall we? Did you like the food better on Royal Caribbean or Carnival? What do you got for Bob Decker? Do you have an answer?
Yes, I liked.
Tread lightly right now.
I liked everything better on Royal Caribbean except 2 things, and they were 2 specific. One was included, one wasn't included. Little venues that Carnival has similar things to on their ships.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. So I'll just say I liked all the food was much better on Royal Caribbean.
Yes.
Everything, the main dining room, specialty dining, anything, well, everything except for I liked the pizza better on Carnival, and I liked the Guy's Burger a little better than Johnny Rockets.
You're throwing a lot of stuff out there.
It's the thing.
You just dropped a couple of bombs right here, right now.
Well, the thing with that is Johnny Rockets and Guy's Burger are, they're so different. So it's hard to really say. Johnny Rockets burgers are awesome. They're amazing. But I can get those at home. I can go to Johnny Rockets here and get the same burger. And also when we were in Coco Cay, or Coco Key, whatever. Anyways, it was.
You're about to drop some bombs.
The buffet that they put out there, the included buffet that they put out for everyone. They had one of the options was burgers, and when I got a burger and had it on Coco Cay, it literally looked and tasted exactly like my Johnny Rockets burger. So.
And it was a delicious burger.
It was great for being out there on Coco Cay in the buffet. I mean, it was awesome, but it was just kind of strange that it was like. So anyways, and the fact that Guys on top of it is included versus paying for Johnny Rockets, and I just like that. I like that sloppy guy's burger ringer with the onion ring on it, and I don't know, it's just good.
Yes.
It's just good. I just like it, prefer that type of burger.
You are right.
But the Johnny Rockets was really good, and I would definitely have it again.
Well, I love the onion rings. I love the
yeah.
fact that I get my fries loaded up with
Right.
like chili and cheese and bacon bits.
Now,
'cause we
Guys
had a little
doesn't
bit of
have
everything.
onion rings, and Johnny Rockets did have really, really good onion rings.
Well, Guys has onion rings for a burger. So you can get an onion ring on your burger, but you can't get an order of onion rings. So
and my dessert, my sundae, was really good too at Johnny Rockets.
There you go.
But yeah, everything else was much better on Royal. We love the food. The food was great.
So Jim and Annette made a comment earlier. What about the food? They were very disappointed with the choices on Carnival. So we've never not found good food to eat on Carnival. We've had great experiences in the dining room and all over the place.
I think with Carnival, it's just predictable for us now too. We know. We've been on it so much, like, oh, this is day 1, this is going to be the menu. Oh, it's day 2, they're going to have the ribs tonight, or they're going to have this tonight. It's kind of like we just already know what they're going to have most of the time. And so it's hard to really, it's just kind of predictable.
Yes. Ronnie Gilbert asked a question. If you were not platinum on Carnival, which would be your favorite cruise line? I don't know if we're prepared to answer that question yet.
Yeah, that's hard because we only have been on one Royal cruise, and just like with Carnival, you could go on, say, the Horizon and have an amazing time. You could go on maybe one of the smaller ships, and where there's not maybe as much to do, and you would have a totally different experience.
Yes.
So with Royal, I'm sure it's the same way. Different ships are going to give you different experiences. That's one reason we want to try another Royal cruise, and maybe even a couple more probably down the road, and compare a few different ships, and then we'd probably be able to make that decision a little better. I will say that the fun on Carnival, it is a lot. It's better. The cruise director on Royal unless we saw him one time, we would have no clue where or who he was, because they're just not around.
They're kind of non-existent. It's not a real. It's kind of the cruise director position on Royal seems to be a little bit of like an afterthought. Just someone there to make announcements, almost, it seems like.
Yeah.
And
Carnival definitely is the fun ship, and I think because we started with that atmosphere, we kind of like that.
Yes.
But the entertainment on Royal was way better than anything we've seen on Carnival.
Well, I mean, the quality of the shows, the content of the shows, and the performers. I mean, on Royal, there were performers in like in the show lounge, and in the theater, and then there was another amazing set of performers that are at the Aqua Theater, which was insane. The quality of that was fantastic.
And another thing is in the theater show, there was a variety of ages. It wasn't just like all maybe dancers in their 20s or something you would see on some cruise lines. There was a variety of ages. There were a couple elderly people kind of in the show cast on one of the shows we saw. So that was kind of interesting, and we really enjoyed that. We thought that was great. Yeah,
there was a great mix of people in there performing, and the quality of the singing, the dancing, everything was fantastic.
Every show we saw was amazing.
Hattie Castle said, "Hi everyone, I really enjoyed your live streaming on Royal Caribbean." Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really appreciate you saying that. I know the quality was a little
really
rough.
Good.
The Wi-Fi is insane.
It was good. It was
the boom Wi-Fi. That was right there with the. Somebody made a comment about the key, so we put out our video about the key. We took advantage of the key program. We spent a couple bucks to do that. You mentioned if you weren't platinum on Carnival, what would be your favorite cruise line? Well, we wanted to compare the cruise lines, and we thought that by getting the key, that would give us a little more of a fair comparison, a little priority boarding and some stuff like that.
Although the thing with the key, some people say it was kind of like Faster to the Fun. It is in a way, but Faster to the Fun and the key have, besides the priority embarkation, the rest of everything that they include is completely different. So it's kind of, they're really not the same, even though they put you on the ship first.
Look, our girl Leanne. She got her first deleted message out there.
Thanks,
Leanne. Congratulations. I just saw that you deleted your first message.
Oh my God.
It's such a moment like that when the kids grow up and they do stuff like that. It's so special.
My gosh.
we're very excited
Oh my
for you.
gosh.
So that is fantastic. Congratulations, Leanne, on what looks to be your first deleted message. Shockingly, it's from John Heald, who is really a very popular guy out there in the cruising community. I'm surprised you would delete one of the actual legitimate John Heald's messages here, but you know, it happened. So there you go. David and Aaron, we are doing I think we're just doing a 3-day. We're driving out, so getting back to that inspiration, I know we're all over the place, so we're just going to try to answer questions, I think, from here through the end of the night. So the inspiration deal, we're driving out there on a Friday, hopping on the ship, getting back on a Monday. It's just a quick little family deal, just to have a little fun and to get out there and do a little something. It came up, Sharon's mom, my mother-in-law, she really wanted to go, and she was excited to go, and we said, well, come on, let's go for the weekend. Let's have some fun. Yeah. So there you go. So that's always cool.
Yeah, and then we saw the casino thing, and like, you know what, that'll be fun. And
so that's what Sharon's talking about. She reminded me there.
Gambling all weekend, so I'll probably be doing more of the vlogging because you'll be at the casino, nowhere to be found.
I will be. That'll be so. In our earlier days of cruising, when Matthew was much smaller, a smaller lad, when he didn't roam the ship without a care in the world with all of his teenage friends. There was a lot of that where we'd hang out. Matthew would go to the camp Carnival at that time. Now it's Camp Ocean, and we'd drop him off, and we'd pick him up later and bring him back to the cabin, and then we'd all be settled in, and it'd be about bedtime, and then I'd say, Sharon, if it's okay with you, I think I'm just gonna go out for a little bit, and Sharon would be like, really? Where are you gonna go? And I'd be like, I'm just gonna walk around, maybe stop by the casino really quick, and sure enough, I'd roll in at about 2:30 in the morning. And everybody would be crashed out, and I would just sneak into bed and pretend I got back hours earlier. And this cruise smells like it could be a little bit of that going on one more time.
Well, yeah, but I'll be out there too this time. Matthew's older now.
Yeah, you will be out there with me. Let's see. Let's try to catch up a little bit here. I'm going to jump to the bottom of the chat. Let's see. Let's go back a little bit. Kim, let's start with this comment. Wow. Hold on, let's start with this comment. Laisha L. Christian said, if you could pick things you like from Royal and Carnival to make the perfect cruise, what things would you pick?
Wow.
Can I do that one? I have an idea.
But it might be different. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do mine.
It'll probably be different for both of us a little bit.
Okay, I want the food in the specialty restaurants from Royal. I want the customer service from Carnival.
Yeah.
I want the shows from Royal.
Yes.
I want the casino from Carnival.
I think that could be either, maybe. I don't know.
Just my opinion. Okay. It's my opinion.
I was only in the casino a couple times on Royal, so I don't really know that much. I mean, although I do know that we didn't win a penny. We lost everything on Royal.
Yeah, it wasn't much. There wasn't much casino time.
No, because,
well, there's a couple of a quick few things that I can think of to just pick a few different things. Yeah, I mean, listen, okay, let's get back on track. Okay, I'm sorry. So there's a quick answer for you there, Laisha. Thank you for. Yep, I did mention entertainment.
Yeah.
Kim Taylor said, now we need to try Royal. We've been Carnival loyal. It was definitely a really neat experience going out there and going on a different ship.
Yeah, I would say
it was pretty unique.
Yeah, the two things that stood out the most that I really enjoyed that were the food and the entertainment. If you could take those two things off Royal and put them on probably any other cruise line, it would be great. But yeah, those are the two things that I enjoyed probably the most. The thing that, when you said customer service, it wasn't necessarily customer service, like if you went to guest services or anything. It was more like, I don't know if people who have been on Carnival and Royal may know, but on Carnival, you could be walking down the hall and maybe the room stewards for another cabin, you're walking down the hall, they always pop their head up and say, oh, hi there, whatever. They're just always friendly. We noticed on Royal, like, nobody did that. Our room steward kind of said hi, but no other staff member ever just said hi or smiled, or like that was lacking there, we noticed. Mm-hmm. That's where when we say customer service. And
listen, some people say, what, are you kidding me? The customer service is great on Royal. All we can do is tell you our experience.
Yeah, and that might have been just because it was a Symphony, and maybe it's just kind of busy, or I don't know. Usually we noticed on the newer ships on Carnival, like when we were on the Horizon, people were extra friendly. So I think we kind of expected that maybe, and then that wasn't there. But we had a great time, and we'll definitely go on Royal again. We can't wait to go on Royal again. But it was just, that was one of the, I guess, maybe dislikes or things
You're
that are
right.
different.
Here's a question from Ross Rombeck. What's up, Ross? How was the boardwalk room? We'll be there Saturday in the same area. You want to take that, or you want me to take that?
Okay, so we booked the boardwalk room originally because it was before we purchased the key, and we thought maybe we'd be able to see a little bit of the Aqua show if we weren't able to get great seats. Since we were new to Royal, we thought, we probably won't be able to get good seats. We'll be one of the last ones in, or if we even get into the show. So we thought that would be a good way to kind of see part of the show. So that's why we booked that room.
It'd be like a double whammy there. Get one of the cool interior balconies and check that out, and get a glimpse of what's going on at the Aqua Theater at night.
But since we did purchase the key, we really, except for when we went live, we really didn't use it for that reason. And that was pretty much the only time we went out there, was when we went live. We did notice that the inside balconies, and I never thought about this until we went on the ship, but the inside balconies, there's really not any airflow there. Like you don't get, and Central Park seemed to be the same way. There was no airflow. Like if you have an ocean view balcony, you have like a breeze, and there's just no breeze, and it was really humid when we went, like very humid.
Yes.
And so it was just.
So not a lot of balcony time.
So when you go out there, it was a little more, really not that great. We'd rather just get out and walk around because you could feel the breeze. So we didn't care for it, to be honest, we didn't care for it as much as we thought we would. And next time we book on Royal, we'll definitely book an ocean view balcony.
Yes. Debbie Moser asked a question. Sharon and Jamie, can you address the price point though? Isn't Carnival better price? Carnival,
most of the time.
Carnival is less expensive. Now Royal, I think, gets a rap for, a lot of people say that Royal nickel and dimes you. And I'm not going to lie, they do. There were a few things that we thought were just a little bit pricey. A beer on Royal was about $2 more than the same beer was on Carnival.
Yeah, things were more
which we thought was a little pricey. And we will also make a note that that when we went to Coco Cay,
this was interesting.
The prices on Coco Cay were higher than what you pay on the ship. Because
even though you can put on your ship card.
The one thing they do have is they have a 12% tax or service type of charge. I forget the name. I got to research that a little more and share it with you guys. But there's a 12% charge when you go on Coco Cay. So like the same, Sharon got a margarita that was $14 when we were on Coco Cay.
It was like $10.99 on the ship, and I got the same exact drink, same size when we were at Coco Cay.
Yes.
And it was $14.
Yeah, and that's like total, like that's after whatever gratuity or.
Yeah, it was just a regular size margarita. It was not
like the size of a red Solo cup type of size.
Yeah.
So those are little things that we noticed as far as a little bit more charges and things like that.
And I think we noticed them because we really weren't used to it. We hadn't been on there before. Maybe if we had cruised Royal a lot, you would just be like, that's just how it is, and wouldn't pay attention. But so just little things like that, which I would probably. It does make sense, I think, on Royal probably to get the drink package, because the drinks are a little more.
Sure.
Like. Because you can get a discount on the drink package a lot of times in the cruise plan or before your cruise. So.
And all right, and speaking of drinks, so if you're here's something that was really weird, and Leanne was the one who helped us out and told us a little bit about how this works. So part of our boardwalk balcony was it included 2 soda packages. So 2 of the 3 people in the room, which is also weird, got a soda package. And on Royal Caribbean, when you get the soda package, they give you a cup. It's a large cup, a plastic cup with a lid and a plastic straw in it. But the plastic straw is like part of the cup. It's not just your traditional straw, like don't let it go in the ocean. It's not one of those types of straws. And the idea is that apparently this cup has a little chip built into the bottom of it. And when you want to fill up your cup, you take it to a machine, which they have in some different areas of the ship, and you fill it up there. They have like 50 plus different sodas, drinks, combinations of whatever you can get. So that's pretty cool. But in order to fill up your cup, you'd have to go out and find the machine. A number of times we went by a machine at times when you would normally eat, like near the buffet and stuff, and there's like 6 or 7 people deep waiting to use it. It was just kind of an odd dynamic when they say, here's a plastic cup for you to keep the entire cruise, and you keep on refilling this to get your drinks. Because it's like, well, I don't want to carry a cup, dude. I don't want to leave my room and carry my plastic drink cup with me to use it somewhere. It was a little bit inconvenient. And then if I go somewhere, I have to keep an eye on it and keep it with me.
Well,
and then when I bring it back to the cabin,
I
it's dirty, and I don't want that cup. So we thought that was kind of a weird thing.
Well, there's only like 3 different colored type cups, I think, so, you know, and everyone had them. But you could tell the ones that probably cruised on Royal a lot because they were carrying their cups around. A lot of people were carrying those cups around.
Yeah, we saw a lot of people carrying it like they would carry their purse. I mean, it was part of their deal. But you can go to the bar and just ask for a drink, and they'll just give you one. You can. I just thought the cup thing was a little bit odd. I was thrown off by the fact that they give you a plastic cup that, in theory, you're going to use the entire cruise. And I don't want to have to leave my room and say, hey, grab my plastic cup. I might want to get a soda later. It's just kind of odd. I mean, if you want to give me a souvenir cup, just say, here's a souvenir cup, and go get a drink whenever you wanted. So that was a little bit weird. Great selection of sodas, but I wasn't a fan of that. And here's the thing that I hated the most. And this, you guys might, I don't know if this means anything to you. Lanyards are so popular. We love our Sharonatsea lanyards. There's a lot of vloggers that have some cool lanyards out right now. And we had our lanyards, and we got our little Sea Pass cards. I don't know how many times I said sail and sign, and Sharon had to correct me. They're called the Sea Pass card. And we had the Sea Pass card, and I wanted to get my Sea Pass card, I wanted to get a hole punched in it so that I could wear it proudly on my lanyard. You know, you just clip your lanyard through the hole and you're rolling. I don't like to carry it in a plastic pouch on my lanyard because that can easily rip and tear off. But when there's a hole in the card, it holds it there, and that thing's not going anywhere.
In fact, we didn't have the plastic pouches. I had a little, kind of like a little change type purse thing with a, for your like ID type holder, which clipped onto my lanyard, so I was able to put mine in there. I went to the gift shop and I bought a Royal Caribbean lanyard that had one of the plastic things on it, just to take the plastic piece off to put on Matthew's lanyard, because I was afraid by carrying the card in his pocket he was going to end up losing it. So he wore it like that, but on the last day he was doing something, kind of running around, whatever. Anyways, it wasn't the plastic one that has the little zip thing where it seals it, and that's kind of probably important to have that, because it was just where you just slide in. Anyways, the card fell out somewhere. I think we thought it might have fell out when we were playing laser tag. We're not really sure. But anyways, so he lost his card, so we had to go to guest services and get a new card for him. And then after that, the plastic thing kind of just broke off because they're really kind of flimsy, you know.
All right, so
that was kind of another issue, because it was funny. It was the last night, and remember, we went and got him a new card, and then when we got back to the room, our cards didn't work. Our cards deactivated our cards.
When he got issued a new card, it automatically deactivated our cards, and then we were afraid we might not be able to get off the ship, and we might not get the key breakfast the next morning. And then I went down to the guest services again, and the guy said, don't worry about it. You're fine. It will identify you. Don't worry. You're fine in the morning. Show him your card that has the key.
We're afraid to get another one, but his wouldn't work.
But listen, let me get back to that story.
But anyways, that was just a funny thing that happened.
So I go down to guest services because I want to get a hole punched in my card. It's something we've always done on Carnival. We really like it. So I go to guest service and I go, hey bud, hey man, where can I get a hole punch in the card? And he goes, we don't punch holes in the card. I go, what do you mean you don't punch a hole in the card? I can't get a hole punch in my card? And he goes, no, we stopped doing that. And then he mentioned something about the card, and they didn't do it anymore, and I was like, what the heck? Okay, so I was like, well, that's really weird. So then walking around the ship, I was somewhere else, and I saw somebody who worked for the art gallery who was doing some work, and they had a couple little desk items out, and I stopped and I go, hey man, do you happen to have a hole punch that I could use? And he's like, no, I don't have one. So there was not one there. And then the next time I went by guest services again, I stopped and asked a different guy. I said, hey man, am I able to get a hole punched in my card? Thinking maybe just one guy didn't want to do it. And the guy's like, no, we stopped doing that because the way that the card is, if we punch a hole in the card, it might make the card not work anymore. So I'm like, okay, well now I get it, you explained it. Although it was weird because they made our cards not work anyway on the last night of the cruise, but that's another story. But I was so upset, I could not get a hole punched in my Sea Pass card
just wouldn't let it go.
to hook it up. I couldn't wear my lanyard the entire cruise. I'm not going to wear my lanyard with no card on it, and I was upset. And we did look at the, we went into the one of the little shops to see if they might just have a plastic sleeve. I mean, I was desperate. I might have used it to see if they had a plastic sleeve for the card, and they didn't have one. to sell by itself. All the plastic sleeves were already attached to lanyards they were selling. So that was a devastating thing for me. I couldn't wear my lanyard.
He was devastated.
The whole time. So I was very upset about that.
Anyways, let's get back to the good stuff.
Let's get back to the channel list. So some folks are talking about the cups. Somebody liked the old cups. Leanne said they never carried it either. Convenience is a selling point. Somebody said Joanne never carried it. Didn't like the cup for that reason. Sanitation problems. Not well engineered. The cups are tacky. That's what Tweety said. They did put a Coke sticker on the card.
Yeah.
So I guess we could have gone up to a bar to get a Coke. But I still, it was just weird seeing so many people carrying those cups around. I guess for the regular Royal Caribbean cruisers, that's the norm, but I thought it was odd. And usually if I'm going to go to a bar and order a Coke, well, there's going to be a little something else in that bad boy anyway, so that's not really an issue for me. It was more odd for Matthew, I think, trying to remember to bring it and stuff like that. He didn't want to carry
the cup around either. He wouldn't have anything to do with the cup because to him, I think, I don't know, kids at that age, everything's embarrassing. I think carrying the cup around was probably embarrassing or something.
Yes.
Something, I don't know, but he had nothing. He didn't.
Yeah. John Spikowski said the casino will punch the card. John, they told me that you couldn't punch the card because it would affect the fact that whether it would work or not.
And I think maybe
so I didn't try to do it anymore.
They made it sound like it was something new with the cards or something, I think.
Hi, Cindy. What's up, Cindy? Cindy and Paul. What's going on, guys? How are you? Welcome. Cindy said, buy a hole puncher next time or bring one on board. I don't want to do that. I might deactivate the whole deal. Deactivate.
Hey, you know what? That would be a good experiment. You should do it. And if it doesn't work, you can just go get another one at Guest
Cookie Lady said they punched mine at Guest Services. I'll tell you what, Cookie Lady, maybe there's something about the card because on Carnival, I know that the card has the little magnetic type strip on it, if I'm not mistaken, and they punch it on the opposite side. But these cards didn't have a visible magnetic strip, so maybe it's the design of the card makes it so they can't punch it because whatever electronics they might have in there, they just couldn't do it.
You open the door, on a lot of the I think the Horizon you swiped it, but a lot of the Carnival, the older ships, you stick the card in the door. These cards, you just kind of swipe it on the outside, kind of like some of the hotels sometimes. So I don't know, maybe there's something in them, I'm not sure.
DJ Cruiser said, I carry a Turvis cup on Carnival. The cups they provide are small. You're right. I mean, those small cups are a pain, and maybe it's cool to have that big old cup there. I guess it was just the idea of here's a plastic cup to carry around to refill it. It was a little weird. Lisa said we wore a Royal bracelet. We did see some of the bracelets, and when we do Royal again, I think we might spend the bucks on that because they looked incredibly convenient at Coco Cay for folks that are getting drinks. And someone had asked about the drinks and things. Your drink package, I believe, and Alana, maybe you can confirm this for me if you're still out there, but I believe I'm right in that the drink package does transfer over to Coco Cay. You can use all that stuff. But I'll tell you what doesn't transfer over. Towels. Can we talk towels?
Well, you can take the towel off the ship there, but they won't let you leave the towel there before you get back on the ship.
So this is another funny thing.
Which is okay because some people
want we're pointing out a couple things that were odd to us. Let me make sure we're clear.
They're not bad.
We had an amazing time on this cruise ship.
We're just pointing out
These are just things that we're chatting with you guys about.
And it's funny, some of these little kind of things that I guess because we've cruised on Carnival so much, these are just little things we've noticed, and we're not saying that they're things we don't like necessarily or that are bad, except for Jamie's hole punch. He won't let that go. But anyways, these are just kind of little differences we noticed.
Firestorm, you're right. Firestorm said, are they RFID or NFC cards? I think they're RFID, so the hole punch breaks the antenna. So I think that's probably the reason.
That's probably why. Maybe they make the cards differently now. On some of the
And I know it's weird, right? It's just a thing. You're on Carnival for 25 cruises. You get used to stuff. And you want to see the same stuff again. That's all. Anybody who hasn't been on Carnival would be like, who's this idiot wants a hole punch in his card? Why would you do that? But it's my lanyard, man. I want to wear my lanyard. So the towels were a little weird. So we're used to having towels in the stateroom. On Carnival, they provide your beach towels in the stateroom. Pretty nice, big, hearty, healthy Carnival towels. And there's one in there for each person. And so when you go to the pool, you grab your towel from your room, you go to the pool, you come back, you leave it in your room, the cabin steward comes, takes it, replaces it. If you get off the ship, you take your towel, you get off the ship, you bring it back on, and your cabin steward replaces it. And you are financially responsible for that towel. So
well, at Royal, you just have to go down to the pool deck and you have to, swipe your card, get your towels. When you're done with it, you bring it back. So you don't have to bring the dirty towel back to your room with you necessarily. But when you get off the ship in a port, you have to go to the Lido deck area and kind of check out a towel, so to speak, to take with you off the ship if you want one. And the thing that was weird, he mentioned about Coco Cay, was they had a towel stand out there where once you got to Coco Cay, you could actually swipe your card and get a towel once you're there. So we asked if we could drop our old towels off on the way back in instead of carrying them back on the ship. And they said, no, if you got on the ship, you have to
return on the ship.
So it was just kind of weird.
So that's what I mean by the towel doesn't, the drink package cost is over, but towels do not.
But, I mean, no big deal. You just had to get your towel. It's just it was just a little different.
Leanne said, yes, the towel issue is real, and suite guests have different rules.
Yeah.
It was just kind of weird because you want to get to a seat, and you're like, there's some chairs over there. Hold on, I got to go get a towel. I got to stand in line. There's 6 people ahead of me to get my towel. So that's one of those deals. Degenerate Crew, I jumped a little bit to the end of the chat so I could keep up a little bit better with you guys. Thank you guys. We're an hour and 22 into the show. There's still 200 people here. You guys are amazing. I hope that we're giving you some good information to take with you. Hold on, Raphael, that's a great question. Let me just address it. Woo! That is a cold beer.
Oh.
You know what's keeping that beer cold? My Degenerate Cruiser Koozie. If you need your beer to stay cold, get yourself a Degenerate Cruiser Koozie. And you know what's funny is it's my first koozie. I've never had a koozie before, basically, and actually used it.
Wow, we do have koozies.
When we were at Disney Springs, Krista and Jason from Degenerate Cruisers were nice enough to give me this koozie, and he gave me the koozie already wrapped around a beer. So then I finished the beer, and then I realized I don't know how to use this koozie. I don't know what to do. So I went back to Jason and I said, hey man, can you show me what to do now? Can you train me on how to use this koozie? So he said, yeah, you have to unzip. So this koozie has a zipper on it. You have to unzip it, put your beer in it, and zip it back. Can you believe that? It's a koozie with a zipper. What kind of technology crazy stuff is going on here? So that's one of the greatest things ever. I'm going to cherish my koozie.
Let's see. Vance Lewis said, "Did you sign up for the Crown and Anchor Club?" Yeah, we have our numbers. So and we did. Oh, let's talk about. We did book technically on the ship. We did book another cruise. We took advantage of the Next Cruise program. That's where you can you pay $200 deposit. It doesn't matter if you're going on a 12, 15-day cruise or a 2-day cruise. You pay $200 no matter how many people are in your stateroom.
Sweet deal.
It's $200 and it secures basically a cruise. You don't have to choose your cruise at that time, but you have 60 days to choose your cruise, and then you will get some extra onboard credit. If you don't choose it within 60 days, you still have 360 days to pick the cruise, but you don't get the onboard credit then.
God, you were really paying attention to that guy, weren't you?
Well, I knew that, but it was when we were there, it was fun to do.
Was it because he was so handsome?
Oh my God.
Very handsome.
Anyway, so we secured our next cruise, and we just have to decide when and where it's going to be.
Yes.
We're looking at either next summer or if we don't do it next summer, I don't know. It might have to be in 2021 because I don't know when we're going to do it.
Yes.
But we did secure another cruise.
Speaking of handsome, there were a lot of...
And you can purchase up to, I think, 3 cruises like that. If you wanted to go ahead and buy 3 next cruises, I could do that, and then he could do another, I think, 3. So you can actually... That's one way.
So it might be worth it to use that Next Cruise office.
That's one. Royal Caribbean doesn't normally have reduced deposits like Carnival does. So this is one way. If you're on the Royal Cruise, you can get like a reduced deposit, so to speak.
I'm going to say something right now that might be taken very controversial, and I don't even know, maybe even insulting to people. But I'm just going to go out and say it because what the cruise crew needs from us is honesty, and that's what I'm here to give you. There were a lot of really good-looking people on the Royal Caribbean cruise ship. Okay. The people on Royal Caribbean were better looking than the people on Carnival. When you get on Carnival, you get a lot of people that look like me. And when you get on Royal Caribbean, you get a lot of people that look like Sharon.
Oh my God.
There's a basic difference there, and I will tell you there was a lot of beautiful people on that Royal Caribbean ship. I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm sorry. Degenerate Cruisers, the toilet paper, it was fine. I didn't have any issues with it.
Toilet paper.
It was good. I'm pretty sure it was a one-ply.
Getting down to the nitty-gritty.
It's funny you would talk about toilet paper and getting down to the nitty-gritty. It's weird, Sharon.
Oh
but
my gosh.
I believe it was a one-ply, but it had a good thickness to it, and I didn't have an issue with it, and I did not have any soreness. But it was only a 4-day cruise instead of a 7-day cruise.
Oh my God.
3 extra days could have made a difference on the tush, but the 4-day I was cool with the TP.
I did not even notice what kind of toilet paper
And here's
it
a
was.
pro tip
I was
for
having
you.
so much fun.
Here's a pro tip. We never cruise without a thing of wet wipes, regardless. So wet wipes are always in play for me when I cruise as well. Krista from Degenerate Cruisers, I appreciate you being Jason for a minute and asking that tremendous question. Thank you. Marilyn Moore said that she did use her card on Coco K, so that was awesome. And yeah, if you're going to Coco K, make sure you have the bracelet, because there was a time when I looked over and I saw the pool bar, and I was like, Matthew, let's go to the pool bar and get a drink. You know, me a Coke, Matthew, or me a beer, Matthew a Coke, me a Coke, and then I was like, wait a minute, we need to get our cards, our room cards. And of course, I don't have a lanyard to just put it on my neck, which I would do if I was somewhere else.
You would not have your lanyard on in the pool anyway.
Yeah, but I could have grabbed my lanyard and just thrown it around my neck and gone.
Okay.
But I only had the card. But if you have one of the bracelets, you're wearing that in the pool. It is water resistant or waterproof, and you just roll up and you go, hey, what's up? I'll have a drink. So that's a great tip. Make sure you get the bracelet. I think they're $5 a piece.
Yeah.
It'll be well worth it for you, especially on Coco K.
Yeah, and I think since we just were going on a 4-day and it was our first one, we didn't really bother with it. And we didn't really know about the whole lanyard, the hole punch thing at the time, or we probably would have.
James Lemerick, I'm not milking the beer. I'm enjoying it, and it's I'm just taking it easy with it.
He's
all right, I'm milking
seeing how cold it'll stay in the koozie.
Leanne said, okay, so Leanne is a Royal cruiser. She's very familiar with Royal. And she said, we swap the towels at the end of the day and bring the fresh ones back to the room at night.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So you bring them back to the room, use them, and then just return them wherever you got them from originally. So you have found a way, kind of a workaround with the towel deal, which sounds cool.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yes.
We didn't even really think about that.
Karen, so we didn't really purchase a drink package. We did get the soda package, but it was included in the cabin that we booked. We booked the boardwalk balcony for 3, which included 2 complimentary soda packages, which is weird. Why would you only give 2
but it
and not 3?
included 4 Johnny Rockets, lunch at Johnny Rockets.
Yeah.
Well, if you had 4.
It's the math.
We didn't go back and get the extra one, but it's...
Also, I want to, I haven't said this yet. I want to thank the people that sent little treats to the room. Somebody asked the question, did we get a bottle to the room? We didn't order one, but a very, very sweet couple of men by the name of John and York sent a little treat. I think it was probably for me. I'm not really sure it was for you. You got a different treat. But thank you, boys, very much. They did send a tasty little bottle to the room. But a few folks sent some really nice things to the room, and we really, really appreciate it. But I had heard this rumor, and I just kind of shrugged it off like it was ridiculous. Royal Caribbean is the worst when it comes to leaving you the proper note to know who is giving you something in your room.
It was funny. Our notes,
it's like the grammar is horrible.
The names were right, I think, of who sent it, but
barely.
The little message was like in another language or something. It was weird. It's like the words were misspelled and only half the word was like, you had to really think about what it said to make it out. It was kind of funny. We were cracking up about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was just it was gibberish. Whatever was printed on they're obviously not proofreading the card when they send it to you. So that was crazy. And there was one instance that we had to research to make sure that we had the right information on where something came from. I won't throw the name out there or anything. There was one thing that came, and I had to double check where it came from, and I got the information from customer service. But it's just funny. They give you a card that just has like it's when it says from, and it's like QLPR hashtag. I mean, I don't know who's doing the typing there, but it's crazy. Klaykowski said, I don't know what Jamie's talking about. At the pace he's drinking that beer, he most definitely needs a koozie. You know what, John? One day in 2020, we'll cruise together, and then we'll talk about the pace of beer drinking. How does that sound? Klaykowski getting a little lippy out there. Leanne, keep an eye on Klaykowski, please. He's getting a little crazy. Let's see, what else? Let's jump ahead a little bit. Who said that? Someone said, I'm seeing a 3-hour show tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, If you guys are here, I'm here. It's 193 people. It's an hour and a half in. You know the rule. We don't break until we go under 100. Is that right, Sharon? You got anything else to do? I'm taking the night off from editing or anything, so after this I'm just going to bed anyway. Laisha said, wow, the bands aren't available on all ships, only Oasis class, I believe. That's an excellent point. I didn't realize that, but thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, we actually didn't know that, because
make the booty happy. Don't flush the wipes. The maintenance team will hate you. But what if they're the flushable kind? You're probably right about that.
The flushable ones are still not flushable on a cruise ship. I told you that, Jamie.
Faye Bell said, do you guys, don't try to get me in an environmental conversation. I'm just talking about having some wipes for the nice tushy, okay? Come on.
Don't you hate the paper straw? Yes, I do hate the paper straws, because as I'm drinking my drink, I'm about halfway done, and all of a sudden the part of the straw is all like smushed together.
Yes. Can you use the, all right, Robert Moore says, can you use the drink package that Carnival sells on the private island? You cannot. Carnival does not allow you to use the drink package on the private island, and that stinks. I mean, I'm not a fan of that. I really like that Royal lets you do that on Coco Cay. And I think Carnival probably does it to keep track of the drinks, so you're not getting drinks for everyone. They can't really control it that way, but I wish they would. But on the private island, you can use your on Carnival your sailing sign to purchase everything you want. But no, you can't take the drink package onto the island with you. So that does kind of stink. And that's the deal on that. Let's see. Jim and Annette said, next time I'll bring my own TP. Excellent choice. You know what? I've never thought much about that, but maybe about mid-cruise, just a nice thing in Northern quilted would be just a good feeling.
Oh my goodness.
So there you have it. Let's see. What else did you have? Rob at Life with Favorite, looks like you might be crashing out, dude. We appreciate it. Leanne said, can you transfer the next cruise to a travel agent?
Yeah, it's when I booked the next cruise on the ship, they already put my travel agent number in for mine, so it's already attached to me.
There you go.
And you can, if you did the next cruise, you can also transfer it when you get home as well, if it's, you know.
Yeah, you don't have to call from your stateroom, although you could with the amazing Wi-Fi that you have. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna tell you this. It was almost annoying. The Wi-Fi was so good that, I mean, every email, like my work emails, goes to my phone as well.
That's the only thing. Usually, a lot of times.
Yeah, I'm literally like every email that came to work, I'm seeing my phone's going off. I'm like, what? It was almost annoying how good the Wi-Fi was, as a matter of fact. And what was neat about it was, usually on Carnival, we would purchase one Wi-Fi package, and we would use it between the two, or sometimes with Matthew, the three of us. So Sharon might log on to it with her phone and do some stuff and whatever she wants to do. And then if she's off, I'll say, hey, are you off the Wi-Fi? I'm going to get on there real quick and post something or check something.
Well, and Matthew,
we'd go back and forth.
We would get him the chat thing on there, but he never really used the Wi-Fi on the ship.
Yeah.
He would just use the chat feature to keep in touch with us and things.
Part of the key deal.
But with him having the Wi-Fi and the key, he was loving it. That actually spoiled him. So now he's probably going to be bugging us to get the full internet package next time on Carnival.
if you have kids, if you have younger kids or mid-aged kids, and you want to keep them entertained, get them the Wi-Fi package. They can do whatever they want. They can stream videos. They can do YouTube. They can chat with whatever the case is. It will keep them busy to a point where, I mean, there were times where we're at dinner and I look over to say something to Matthew and he's sitting there going on his phone. I'm like, dude, we're on a cruise, and he was just loving it and loving the internet. And that was part of the key deal is everyone in the cabin gets to have the boom Wi-Fi, so we all had it. So we were online. I mean,
even my email, I had it set up with an auto response, so people would know I was away. But the emails were just coming, like they would just come in so fast, like it would notify me every time. Which on Carnival sometimes it takes a while to see things, and then I would sit there, and in the back of my mind I'm thinking, I know there's an auto response, but I just really need to respond to it. Like it would just bug me that and feel like I had to respond to people because I saw this email come in.
Well, yeah, you feel guilty. Sharon feels guilty if she doesn't respond to someone. On our last Carnival cruise, Was it it was the Horizon? Wasn't it the Horizon? Where you actually broke away for a couple nights and Carnival gave you a little room to sit in and get on a phone there and communicate with a few folks that had an issue or two that you had to get taken care of. You know, they ran into a jam in their travels and they needed a little help from Sharon, and she was helping them out. That's how awesome she is, by the way. But it was funny that you did that. And now with Royal and the internet, I mean, it's amazing. Let's see. MLB Destinations likes my honesty, Sharon, and says honesty is best no matter what.
Well,
so that is
best,
good.
yeah.
That is very good. Let's see. How early did you get to Coco Cay? Were there long lines? Ross, we got to Coco Cay, I think it was about 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
And dude, we probably got off the ship by 9. That's about accurate, right? We got off by about 9.
There was no
and there was
lines
no
to get
line.
off.
We went down in the elevator, it opened, we walked out within 5 minutes. We're halfway down the pier heading to Coco
But
Cay.
we went and we kind of checked out the slide area, and it wasn't too crowded then. Then we decided to go over to the big, I think it's called like the Oasis pool, that big, huge pool with swim up bar. And we wanted to get some good chairs over there, and we really wanted to hang out there for a while since we knew we could stay all day. We bought the full day pass. So we were over there for a couple, 3 hours or so. And then we wanted to go to the beach for a while because we wanted to go in the water. We had some snorkeling things and stuff to review, and so we headed over to the beach for a while. And so by the time we got back to the water park, it was kind of crowded. So I didn't do as much at the water park as we kind of thought we would. But I don't know. We saw enough at the water park for us, I think.
We did.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for us. There's so many things on the ships now, slides and activities like that, that when you go to Coco Cay, there's a lot of slides and fun stuff, but there's also a lot of stuff on the ship, and it's almost like, I don't know, we found it great at Coco Cay to go once, and we probably wouldn't mind going back one other time, but if we go back after that, we would probably just go hang out by the pool and stuff. I don't know that we would actually even go to the water park.
If you're active and you like that water park thing and the wave pool and that kind of stuff,
I mean, it's fun, but I don't want to do that all day long.
This is the place you want to be. They have amazing. Matthew and I went on a couple of slides together, and we had a blast on them. Don't get me wrong. So if you love that kind of activity, Coco Cay is definitely the place for you.
Yeah.
They do have a zip line there, although they have a pretty hefty charge, I believe, to use the zip line that's on the island.
Well, and that's another thing. If I'm going to zip line, I would much rather pay the same price or less and zip line on an island through the jungle or something, not
so much
not
to do.
over a water park. Like I'm not going to spend $100 to zip line over a water.
Was it
park.
$100?
Well, it was like 99.
All right.
Yeah.
The pool there. So let's talk Coco Cay.
I love
the
pool at Coco
Oasis.
Cay.
I think it was the Oasis Lagoon.
That was my favorite part.
Unbelievable, gorgeous, beautiful.
I could hang out there day after day.
And then on one side of the island was the beach, so we ventured over there and we got in the water there as well, and that was awesome too.
Yeah, the water was really pretty there.
And there's bars and drinks, and but the thing we were most impressed with, I think, about Coco Cay was the layout of the food.
Mm-hmm.
They had a couple different at each area, or at least in a few different places, they had full built up areas where you could get food. And I'm not talking just burgers and dogs. They had full like Mexican taco stand areas. I got like a Philly cheesesteak.
Salad bar,
there was a portobello mushroom burger. There was salad. I mean, yes, it was amazing. It was a mini buffet like you might see on the ship.
And it was good.
With some really good food.
For being outside like that and the heat and everything, the food was really good and it looked good.
Well, Sharon mentioned earlier that she had a burger on Coco Cay that was just like the one that she got at Johnny Rockets.
That's how good
That's not a bash on Johnny Rockets.
No.
That's a testament to how good the food was that they had on Coco Cay. It was amazing. And that goes with the whole thing that Royal's food, the quality, the presentation, better than Carnival, that's for sure.
And there was,
Carnival's good, but Royal beats them out.
Yeah, and there was a paid place you could pay to eat there, Captain Jack's. Yeah, Captain Jack's. But we didn't really go over there because we walked into this buffet area and it all looked great, so we ended up eating there. So we never really went over there and checked that part of Captain Jack's out. But yeah, I would love to go back there, and I would just go to the pool and hang out all day and just do nothing. That's my kind of day in a place like that, is just relaxed by the pool.
Leanne sent. She said my message was, "Will you become loyalist or royalist?" That probably, Leanne. I'm going to tell you. I don't want to be upsetting, but yeah, the message of "Will you become loyalist or royalist?" I remember seeing something about royalist on there, but the full message did not come through. Royal Caribbean is bad at relaying the messages on their little cards. Oh, like Klaykowski said, Nancy's gift to us said, enjoy your crew, CRU. Maybe there's like a letter maximum you can use and nobody tells us that.
Yeah, or whatever machine they're typing it on, maybe it does weird things or something.
Nurse Carl said, there's a picture over here of a couple of cruise ships of a drone shot. And if Griff, I don't know if Griff is still out here, but maybe Griff can best answer that. But it's an amazing photo that Griff got with his drone. What are the ships in the drone shot over there?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure if I know.
One's the Breeze, and the other one is the other one I think is one of the Fantasy class ships, but I'm not sure which.
There you go.
Which one it is.
Let's see. What else do we have? Let me see if I got a couple more questions. Let me take a look and see. Cottonelle for a cushy tushy. Good point, Charles. Did you guys get to use the Royal Caribbean app while on the ship? So yeah. I didn't. I myself, I don't think I used the Royal Caribbean app at all.
I mean on the app of things.
But yeah, but that's because Sharon was working the app and using it the whole time and keeping track of things.
Yeah, we used it. It was just we looked at it on my phone most of the time.
Yeah.
And Matthew was on it all the time. Yeah, he.
Lori Arndorf, what's up? Lori said was on the Allure of the Seas in April. They don't have the bands, but heard the ships going into dry dock are adding them. Yeah, I guess in order to have those bands, I don't know what other technology you need to go with it. I mean, you would think they could just give you the band, and I guess there's some kind of way of setting the card or the band in the same way they would set up the card. Yeah. But I guess they have to make sure that everything will work with the band technology then. Let's see, what else? I just want to make sure I don't miss anything.
These are little bags. Oh yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Degenerate Cruiser said, oh, Chris, what are you talking about? Carnival had low quality on our way home from our last cruise. The rest area on the side of the freeway had better quality, and we both noticed it. What are you talking about food, Krista, on that one?
Said what? Oh, Carnival had low quality?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, we have noticed over the years, like when we first started cruising Carnival, the food was much better. It has gone down over the years. Our last cruise on the Horizon probably had better quality than any of the other cruises we've taken over the last couple of years before that. And I think partly was because it was a new ship and they really kind of were focusing on,
Yes.
That.
Let's see. Antoinette said, can you tell me a little bit about, Antoinette, I think you mean Coco K, not Princess K. But so overall, so I guess, so to wrap up a little bit about Coco K, so it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
If you have kids or you want to be active, it's amazing. I will tell you one thing.
Oh, you know what, too? There's a lot of things, if you have small kids and you think you have to purchase the water, or the water park day pass for them to go in there. There's a lot of things for smaller kids, like maybe say 7 and under, that are outside of the water park that are free, like a big ship thing with water squirting out of it, kind of like little
7 and under. I'm thinking maybe 5 or under.
Well, yeah, maybe, but
there's a couple little neat things for kids to do outside
but yeah,
park.
so you can actually do some of those things with small kids and not have to purchase the day pass to go into the water park.
Let me tell you that when we first went into the water park area, we didn't, we researched, but, we still didn't know what to really expect. We were hoping to find someplace we could kind of lay out and set our stuff and maybe have some pool access as well as water park access. So they don't really have that.
Well, they have lockers in there, but we didn't want to go put our stuff in the locker.
Yeah, we wanted to kind of lay out and relax and maybe have a drink. And there wasn't much for drinking and relaxing in the water park. Everything was all activity based over there.
Yeah,
so we walked through and got out of it.
Go on that slide.
In a few areas lined up next to the slides, there were cabanas that you could get. And I did see signs of alcohol and even some food there, so they may serve food that, to those cabanas as part of the deal.
And
I'm sure they cost a pretty penny.
They're pricey.
But if you have a family of 4 or 5 or something, and you have kids or even adults that just want to focus on the activities and the slides and all that kind of stuff, that might be a great way to go, spending some money. You have a little shade, you have a place you can sit and relax, a place you can interact and be social with the folks that you're with, as well as kids can jet all over the place and hit every one of the water parks and do some of that stuff. So if you're into that, definitely look into the cabanas. But again, Coco Cay, the water park was awesome. If you love water parks, you will love that immensely. We did not go up in the balloon. We just wasn't something we wanted to do. We didn't know if we'd had time to do it, and we didn't want to commit to it and then have to fall back and not do it.
Well, we thought about it. When we first got there, it wasn't really, there was no one on it. I mean, at first, and then
it's so cold.
and then after we went over to the pool for a while and everything, and came back, we just kind of really weren't in the mood to go up in it, I guess you might say.
Sure.
So yeah, so we ended up not doing it.
Yes, and also, so just to wrap up though on Coco Cay, so the Oasis Lagoon was amazing. There's a beach if you want sand in your toes and the true beach experience. They have that going on as well. The food was fantastic. So overall, it was great. And we'll certainly be doing, one of our vlogs will encompass our day at Coco Cay, where you'll see everything that we saw and get to check it out. I would have liked to see a little bit of a cheaper price point on the drinks. I wasn't a fan of, they seem to upcharge them again. There's a 12% charge. I forget what it's called. But if you look it up, you might be able to find it. But I could have done without that. But otherwise, super cool.
I think Royal's putting a lot in. They're bringing ships back, and they're going to have a lot of ships going to Coco Cay later this year, next year, because they put so much money into it. That'll be great for a while, but I wonder if down the road, it'll, the newness and the fun of it'll kind of wear off.
No, we'll see.
I
mean, listen. It is a money-making venture,
it is,
and there's a reason why it's such a big deal, and why Royal is driving ships and driving their customers to this island. They're making some bank on it, and for good reason. I mean, it's visually amazing.
Yeah.
It's so active. It's an amazing place to go and have a great time. But yeah, a lot of things cost. You'd like to kind of just get off and say, "Here's our island. Go enjoy it." But you got everything you pay for. To go into the water park, you're paying for a half day or full day activity. And like Sharon said, to zip line, you're paying. To go up in the hot air balloon, you're paying extra. Of course, the drinks are there, and there's food options to pay for too.
If you got off and had a few drinks, did all the activities there, the water park, the hot air balloon, the zip line, and all that, I mean, you could easily spend $300 or $400 a person if you wanted to do everything.
If you want to go that route, you can definitely do that. All right, let's get back to the chat. So there's a little info on Coco Cay. Thank you for the questions on that, guys. Robert Moore said, "Did you meet anyone who smuggled booze on board successfully? Do you have any suggestions?" Well, Robert, I would say that that's illegal, Robert. That is against the policy and the rules and regulation of the cruise lines, and we would never, ever do that.
Oh my gosh.
But I can tell you that if you're interested in finding out how, just Google it, and you'll find a lot of options. And two other words I would tell you, rum runners, and that's all I have to say about that. I would never do that now, but 20 years ago maybe it was different.
This cruise we did not hear of.
Yes, Nancy, the beach area is included because it's all part of the deal.
Yeah, the beach and the pool area are included.
Yes. Let's see.
And like I said, the pool was amazing. If we go back, I would just go to the pool. That's my kind of thing, more so than the water park.
Let's see, what else? The Jenny Cruiser said Margaritaville Water Park in Orlando, grand opening June 21st. Man, that's going to be a good time. We'd like to go. Can you guys fly us out there? Is that in the Degenerate Cruiser budget that you can maybe throw a few tickets this way?
June
We'll go.
21st.
We'll fly cheap.
Oh, that's this month.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's soon. Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, Slinky said, so Coco Cay isn't good. Whoa, Slinky.
It is very good. It is very good. It's it depends on what you want to do. If you love water parks, you will love it. If you're not a big water park person, you may not like it as much. Although the beach is amazing and the pool is amazing. Yes. So
listen, if you want, you want to see some good videos.
We'll definitely go back.
If you go over and check out Alana, she went to Coco Cay and she did a lot of the things, a lot of the rides and things like that, and a lot of them are fun. I guess that it really just boils down to what you like. If you watch a lot of our vlogs, we are extremely happy. And you actually made a comment about it in our video, our first vlog for this particular cruise, where in real life we're very, very active and busy, and we like just to relax, just to shut down. So you give Sharon a beach and some sand in her toes, or you give me some sun and the pool and some poolside service and some drinks and something good to eat, and I could not be happier. And so when I go to on Coco Cay, Matthew, unlike Disney, there's no fast pass. So Matthew and I went on Matthew and I waited about 45 minutes to go on one of the slides, and that's
it's
a little
hot.
bit of a
It's hot.
and it's hot out
It
there,
was hot this
and
time
that's
of
a little
year.
bit of a long wait. So for me, I'm not a huge fan of waiting on that island. I mean, we're only there for what, 6-7 hours, and I don't want to spend 45 minutes of it in line to get on the slide. It was a fantastic slide, don't get me wrong, but I did the one time it was 45 minutes, one time it was at least about 25 on another one, and I'm not a fan of that. But if you like to do those things, you will have an amazing time.
Mm-hmm.
So it really comes down to what's your taste and what do you want to do.
Yeah, we're not bashing that at all. It
Yes.
was a lot of fun. It's just like Jamie said, we're always so busy. We like to relax. As far as when we do active things, we like to get on quads and ride around, or maybe zip line out in a jungle, or
Sure.
more of that type of things that are a little different that we can't do at home.
Let's see. Oh, Joseph Johnson makes a good point. The C-band, the WOW bands, so they're called WOW bands, work like your C-Pass card. The only thing you can't do with the WOW band is get back on the ship.
Yeah, you have
you
to
need
have
to
your
have
card,
your
too.
C-Pass card. That's interesting. I didn't realize that
Yeah.
that had to happen like that. Krista, good night. It looks like Krista was bailing out. We appreciate it.
Good night, Krista.
Good night, sweetie. We appreciate it, and thank you so much for meeting us. It was amazing.
It was.
If you buy the band, you can reuse it on your next cruise. Thanks,
Oh.
Enrique. That's great information
Oh,
as
that
well.
is. That's great.
Let's see. Have you been on Princess Cruises? Not yet, but I will tell you this, and I think Sharon will agree with me. After 25 Carnival cruises, we finally ventured out to Royal, and it was a really neat experience. And it's easy to nitpick or find things that we're very used to that we thought were different. We mentioned a few things that we thought were a little bit odd, like the cups and the towels.
Yeah.
There's nothing bad about it. It was just
and
something different
to
and a
someone
different
that's
experience.
on Royal all the time and they go to Carnival or go to another cruise line,
Sure.
they would find
Yeah.
maybe that one.
Well, there's
odd.
going to be people that say, I don't want a wet towel in my room overnight. I
Yeah.
want to give it to somebody and get rid of it.
Yeah.
So, you have a different attitude.
Yeah, so
but I
it's-
think we're definitely looking forward to getting on a couple other cruise lines now and venturing
Well,
out
we do.
and
We
trying
do
some new
have
cruise
a
lines. It was
Norwegian
really neat and really
cruise
interesting.
booked, and we do have a Princess cruise booked. And I'm looking at booking another Princess one, but like I said, we're
Oh man, here's the question. How did Matthew like the teen activities?
I don't know. We should let him answer that.
Can you put it in a nutshell for Kim Taylor?
Okay. Matthew will say he preferred Carnival better, and this is the reason. It wasn't the activities necessarily to do the thing.
And it's not because he's platinum, because he really gets no benefit from being platinum from joining the kids club.
It was because the teen club on Royal had 12 to 17 year olds all in one room. They did break it up 12 to 14 and 15 to 17 for some of their activities, but they all shared the same area. I forget
The same get together place.
The living room they
where you
called
go
it.
to meet up with kids and hang out.
And so a lot of the times he would come back and he would say, yeah, they were supposed to have kind of separate activities, but they really were just there all the time together. Well, he's kind of in between the two ages. But a lot of times just the older kids were hanging out in there. And then another thing that I thought of is, if you have a 12-year-old, maybe it's their first time there, and then there's just a lot of 16, 17-year-olds there, that's going to be a little hard for them
It's gonna be very awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah, interact with them.
Yes.
But anyways, and then he didn't like that whenever they would want to play a video game, they would take your C-Pass card and they would hold on to it while you're playing the game, and then they would give it back to you.
Yeah,
when
they give
turn
you the game,
back in.
you take your C-Pass card.
He didn't like that. I don't
Yeah.
know why, but for some reason he did not like that because it was just something he was not used to, I guess. On Carnival, they would let you play whatever, you take it back, and they didn't hold on to your card. And he didn't like that. And another thing he did tell me is he said there were a couple times in there where the staff member gave the kid back the wrong card. And there were issues with that. Like, we didn't see that, but that's something Matthew told us happened. And so that's a little scary or weird. But, and too, when you would purchase a drink, they always took your card to when you took a drink, and then they bring the card back instead of just writing down what you wanted.
That was different. I've
But,
never really had
so
anyone
that was
take
just
my
something-
card. They usually just take my card and write the info, but maybe it's what info is on there.
But,
Maybe
they didn't
maybe they have to
carry
slide.
stuff
Maybe they have to
around
slide the
him.
card or
Yeah.
something like that on Royal,
But-
as opposed to just entering the information manually.
Yeah. But anyway, so right now he does prefer Carnival, but that was just the one ship. It was a shorter cruise. Maybe the crowd of kids wasn't as fun, or there wasn't as much going on there, I guess. So we'll see on the next one how he feels after that.
Elizabeth Duncan said, we were on the Symphony of the Seas May 28th to the 1st. What a great trip. We got a free suite upgrade.
Oh,
what
nice.
a treat and huge surprise for us when we
that
arrived.
is nice.
That is amazing. Why didn't we want that upgrade? Jeremy Wilson, how you guys rock. We did the Disney Magic and loved it, and then Disney Fantasy and didn't enjoy the bigger ship as much. Just wondering, with the bigger ship, was it crowded? So, can I answer that one?
Yeah.
All right. Royal Caribbean, the layout of their ship is amazing. My first impression was, this stuff is everywhere. Why is it all over the place? And then it dawned on me, there's over 5,000 guests on this ship, and besides the few times we walked through or near the Windjammer Buffet, and by the elevators, which are regularly chaotic, and that's anywhere you go. There weren't many times that I felt crowded, except like when there was a crowd, like when there was an event happening on the promenade deck, that a lot of people were there. So it was a crowd. It was designed to be like that. But the way that everything is on different decks and different levels and staggered in different places, it really opened things up amazingly. So it really didn't feel crowded. It was very open, and there were plenty of times I walked past something and you could have gotten, whatever you wanted quickly, whether it was a food item or something of that nature. So that was pretty awesome.
We didn't even go, we walked through the buffet a couple times, but we never ate in the buffet for any of our meals. We ate at the first morning. We kind of overslept, so everything was closed kind of for our breakfast, except for the park cafe. So we went in there, and it was kind of a in-between time with what they had for breakfast and lunch. So it was kind of odd, but we grabbed something to eat there. And then the other 2 mornings we ate in the solarium for breakfast, which if we go again, we will definitely eat in there for breakfast again. It was the buffet. It was very similar. I mean, it was all regular buffet food. There was bacon, eggs, an omelet station, muffins, pancakes, waffles, the whole bit, just like a buffet, but it was a smaller version and a lot less people, and it was just a really nice sitting in there, the view, and it was just nice. So we'll eat in there again probably for breakfast.
Rafael Zangano answered the question. I mentioned a few times the VAT tax. I don't know what it means. Just going back to that real quick on Coco Cay, there's a 12% tax on everything, addition to what they usually would cost, plus whatever other upcharge they have, and it's called a VAT tax. So there you go. That is one reason why things might be a little more expensive. Marilyn said the drinks are included if you have the drink package on Coco Cay. And maybe that's a thing. I mean, we did think about that. Maybe that's their way of really pushing people into the drink package. And we thought about it for a minute, because we did see a deal where, and that's one thing that's pretty neat, they offer a lot of discounts pre-cruise on your cruise planner when you have the app. And we even got emails, and a lot of emails, about, hey, here's a deal, here's a special, buy one drink package, get the other one half off, which is neat, still a little costly for what we were doing on the cruise. If it was just a party cruise, we would get it, but we had so much money to get done.
If we were going to be there for
that
7
much.
days, we would have probably gotten it, but for the 4 days, and we wanted to see so much, and we figured we wouldn't have more, a lot of time.
Thank you, Blaine, 2007. Blaine's promoting the likes for us. We really appreciate it. Just for the record, it is 8 p.m. It is it literally just turned 8 p.m. We've been here for 2 hours. There's still 158 people here. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Hit us up with, I'm getting a little close to the bottom of the chat now. Please, any more questions, let us know. We'll answer questions as much as we can, as long as the answer doesn't infringe on a very exciting upcoming vlog that we're trying to keep the answer hidden. Just kidding about that.
Raphael said they're building a couple more private islands.
Oh, I don't doubt it, man. They're making some bank from
stick
those
to
bad boys.
Labadee. It's a beach and mostly free.
Jeffrey,
we haven't been there yet, but we'd like to go there. That's just more like a nice, calm beach and pool. That's kind of like what we like for a private
That's
island.
our speed. And it's weird. Matthew is not the most physically active kid. He likes interacting and hanging with the kids and running around the ship and stuff. But he enjoyed going on a couple of the slides. But he's not the kid who's going to be like, I want to go up to this slide. I want to go do this, or whatever the case is. So that's a little bit of a deal right there. How much was the slides? Jeffrey Polar wants to know. Do you remember the cost of it?
At Coco Cay or at?
Sure. Yeah.
Or on the ship. I don't know.
No.
It's like the
Coco Cay, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Well, they're all included. You can purchase either a half-day pass or a day pass, and it really depends on what the price is at the time in the cruise planner. Like, for example, when I first purchased it, they were having one of their sales, and I purchased the half-day pass for, I think, like $39 or something, which was on sale at the time. And at that time, the full day was $67 or $69 or something. Well, then maybe a week or so before our cruise, all of a sudden the full day pass was on sale for $33, less than the half day pass. So I canceled the half day pass and purchased the full day pass.
Yeah.
So they're always having these deals, and the prices are always changing. So
pay attention.
Yeah, so you just have to pay attention. But there you go. That's what we paid, and it'll be somewhere around.
Bud Trimble, thank you so much, dude. Very nice of you throwing a little super chat out there. We appreciate that very much. Thank you, Bud. Thank you, man. Bud had a question. Have you taken an Uber from the hotel to the port?
Yes, many
we have.
times.
We were latecomers to the whole Uber craze. I'm not gonna lie. But we are believers now.
I think we took an Uber everywhere we went, pretty much.
Yes,
the time,
we are
except
big
when we
fans
went in
of the
car.
Uber now, and I don't know that we'll. In most cases, unless there were no options, I don't think we'll go back to the taxi now. The Ubers have been great for us. They're equal. They're cheaper than. And we've had good experiences so far with the people.
And they're usually nicer. They're usually a nicer vehicle than what you get with a taxi.
Than an old taxi, yes.
Yeah,
so Bud, that's awesome. Thank you so much, man, for the super chat. Very nice of you. We always appreciate that. And you know, you're awesome, dude. Thanks a lot. Let's see. So that's the deal on the slides. They're gonna have to sell more koozies to cover the flight. Oh, DJ Cruz just said that. You were right about that. Shows those Coco. A lot of shows those Coco Cay slides. So fun to watch you doing those. Tons of energy for sure. Yeah. Royal Caribbean blog. Oh geez,
Nancy's doing Labadee in January. Oh, you have to tell me how it is, Nancy.
Hang on, I'm so sorry. I was about to read a question. I moved my mouse and I jumped in the chat and I bounced right out of there. Oh, there's some good. All right, I'm gonna blow through some questions. Let me see if I can get back to the question I was at. I'm sorry. Royal Caribbean blog mentioned that they are expanding the relaxing areas as part of phase 2. They might be. I can tell you that from one slide that Matthew and I were on, there was a lot of construction and a lot of like temporary housing. So they obviously have a lot of people that are living on that island in a temporary fashion, probably working. Some are probably working for the experience that the guests are having. Some are working to build up the island and stuff like that. So so there you go.
It's nice because all the water around the beach areas is really clear and beautiful there.
Yes,
so,
it is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Let's see. Elizabeth Duncan said, we went jet skiing at Perfect Day. It was amazing. Highly recommend. Lines at the water park, not worth waiting. Atlantis water park waits were the same. There you go. People are saying that Labadee is a great place to go as well for one of their private islands, but the lunch is something you might want to miss.
Oh, really?
What dates are you on the Panorama in 2020, Sharon? Hi, Midlife Crazy.
We are on the Panorama March 7th.
There you go. So that's the ticket. And, well, hold on. Is that the only one time that we're on the Panorama?
Well, in 2020. We'll be on the Panorama this December also. And then again in March of 2020.
Yvette Nelson said, we're on the same SOS sailing as you, which was also our first Royal Caribbean. We loved everything, especially Coco Cay. We are active and love the water park. It's worth every penny. So there you go. So Yvette, what's going on? Yvette was on the same sailing as us. That is awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, so
we
Yvette...
ran into so many people.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think we ran into Yvette though, but we ran into so many subscribers on that cruise. More than we've run into on Carnival.
Yes, actually. We had at least about 8 to 9 people come up to us and say hi and introduce themselves and say they saw some of our vlogs about going over and trying Royal. So that was totally cool. So. But listen, Yvette makes the point right there that if you're active and you love the water park, it will be worth every penny.
Right.
The slides and the rides are amazing. There's the tide pool or the wave pool that's there. That's super cool. There are multiple slides. There's one, the one tower, the Tower of Terror, the Terror Tower. Am I saying that right? What is it? What's
I
it
don't know.
called?
I don't
Ah,
know.
gosh, it's escaping me. I'm so sorry.
Well, for $33 to be able to do all those slides, that is a
Yes,
bargain. I
it
mean,
is.
That's
It's a lot
good
cheaper than you
price.
might go for
Yeah, if you're
something
going-
equivalent.
Yeah,
The
you
one
go
big
to-
tower has about 6 slides in it, varying from my little kid can go on this one to, oh my God, I just crapped my pants. I was so afraid on that slide. Matthew and I went on a mid-level slide, and it was the fastest water slide that I had ever been on. And then there's a whole nother thing that had some other water slides, and there were some things you could sit on tubes and go down, and you'll see some of that stuff when we put the vlog out. And like I said, the line was long, but they are fantastic rides and activities. So we want to be clear about that. The activities there are fantastic to do.
I mean, if you went to a water park,
if you're active and you like that
somewhere
stuff.
outside of here, I mean, you're going to pay a lot more than that. So yeah, that was. It's
That's
well
right.
worth the money.
Let's see. Leanne says Teen Club on Royal isn't that great. Yeah, and just a couple of things. I think it was the age thing was really the thing that Matthew
Now,
didn't
one
take.
thing I will say is we kind of took a tour of the younger kids area, and the rooms that were set up for the different ages, and they had a little science lab in there. They had another little area where they did like some kind of cooking.
Oh, the
there.
Adventure Ocean. I think they have some amazing stuff for the little ones.
Now that area looked amazing. Like, I don't see
Good
how
night, Janet.
any kid would not love that area. But yeah, the teen club. Yeah, it's hard when you get to be a teen. Things are just they're not as fun anymore.
Yvette, who was just talking about being on that thing, said that our 17 and 16-year-old boys didn't like the teen activities or the club so much on Symphony of the Seas as well.
Yeah. Well,
So-
it was mostly just playing video games, and like you said, he would have to check them out, and then he'd play with other kids, but he'd check them out and then turn them back in.
Yeah.
There wasn't really.
He managed to stay out till midnight, all the time.
Yeah,
Don't get
he
me wrong.
did,
He found
did.
some stuff to do and kids to hang out with.
Yeah.
But I think it was just the age. I think he was a little he was a little put off going into a room that has like a lot of and there were a good chunk of 16, 17-year-old kids on there.
Yeah, there was
and Yvette's got some 16, 17-year-old kids, and they're probably not a fan of hanging out with 14, 13, or 12-year-olds. And I think it probably certainly goes, the opposite way too.
Yeah.
So, let's see, what else do we have here? Great question. The ape case. Thank you very much, Captain Stable MDR, for asking about the ape case. The ape case was amazing. It was a monster. That thing is huge. I swear to God, I knocked into 12 people minimum just getting through the airplane with that thing because it's so wide on my back. I'm wide, and that thing is wider. But it was fantastic. It kept everything secure. It held
easier
everything.
wearing it on your back, though,
Oh my God,
isn't it?
easier to wear on the back than doing the over-the-shoulder deal, and that thing worked out fantastically. Speaking of fantastic, I'd also like to say that after the first couple of issues with the OBS, I switched the USB ports on the computer, and everything worked fine. It's so weird how that happens. I don't know what causes that. Clay Kowski said, "Did you eat at Wonderland?" Dude, don't bring that up. That's a sore topic, Con. Go ahead. Go ahead. Speak your
okay.
piece, woman. Speak your piece.
I wanted to eat at Wonderland, and we were going to, but I wasn't sure if
Cold
I
to
would
the
like the
last
food.
drop.
I wanted to go
Thank
for the
you.
experience. I didn't think after seeing the menu, I didn't know how much of it I would actually eat.
It's a unique
would probably-
menu with some
Jamie-
fancy presentation.
Yeah, Jamie would probably have eaten anything. Matthew wouldn't touch it,
No.
I'm sure. So we ended up not doing it, although we did eat at Hooked, which was amazing. I let the boys kind of pick, and Matthew was able to get not just one filet mignon, but he did the surf and turf, and they gave him 2 steaks instead of the other lobster.
Oh my
lobster.
God,
So
yes.
he had 2 filet mignons. I had an awesome steak. You had, I don't know, seafood.
I had
You
one
have-
of the greatest meals of my life
Yeah.
at Hooked, and we'll go
Hooked
into that.
was
Maybe we'll talk
amazing.
about the next time. Maybe we'll dive more into the food on the next live
But
show.
Hooked, if you go on, you have to eat there if you like seafood
Yes.
or even just good steak. And the desserts were really good. Everything that went along with it, it was really good. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Somebody said something.
And we didn't have time to really eat any other like specialty dining so much because it was a 4-night. The first 2 nights we did eat in the main dining room, and it was good. I mean, for it was really good. The 3rd night, we actually didn't even eat dinner anywhere. We just snacked because we ate lunch so late at like 3:30 or 4 in the afternoon at Johnny Rockets that
Oh
we
my
were
God,
stuffed
yes,
by the time
that
we left
destroyed
there.
us.
And so we never even went
So
anywhere.
we just
to eat.
nibbled late.
And then the last night we ate at Hooked. Was that the last night? Yeah, it was the last night we ate at Hooked.
That was amazing. So we'll go a little more into food and some of that stuff the next time. And I will tell you about
There's so many more places.
the
to
single
eat.
greatest meal I've ever had on a cruise ship,
Was Hooked.
and one of the worst things that I've ever had as far as eating on a cruise ship also happened on Royal Caribbean cruise. Yeah, you remember the thing?
Oh, I wouldn't say that was bad. That was just a weird thing that happened.
I was
The food wasn't bad.
thrown off.
It was just something they did.
I was shocked that happened. I mean, I was blown away that happened.
But
I don't know if that's something to talk about.
That wasn't bad.
Is that something to talk about here with this 152 guy?
It wasn't bad though. So yeah, so that was the best,
Okay.
probably one of the best cruise ship meals we've had. Oh, but I will say, my two favorite desserts in the main dining room on any cruise is the carrot cake and creme brulee.
Yeah.
The carrot cake was so much better on Royal. It wasn't as sweet and.
And how was the creme brulee?
But the creme brulee is better on Carnival. That is the only food that I found better on Carnival than Royal was the creme brulee.
And I'm gonna go right now, and I'm gonna say that I did enjoy the escargot better on Carnival. There, I said it. It's done. Don't argue with me. Don't send me bad emails. I'm just gonna say.
Really, you had a lot of them too in the Hooked.
No, I didn't have any escargot in the Hooked. I had oysters.
Oh, that's
Sharon's
right.
not a big seafood person.
That's right.
Leanne Francesconi, our newest member of the SAS team here, said, "You never feel crowded on Oasis class ship. I never feel crowded anyways."
Yeah.
Leanne, I saw a lot of photos from your cruise. Most of them involved you being on your balcony with a cocktail in your hand. So unless you're having a party out there, I'd imagine you didn't feel too crowded. You were just hanging out with your hubby Brian out there, tearing it up and having a blast with the lovely family of
I
yours.
have a feeling our next Royal Cruise is probably going to be on another Oasis, a longer one first, and then we're going to maybe go on a smaller
NYC
one,
rocks. The
a
ship
different
did
class.
sail full to our knowledge, but it still didn't feel like
Yeah, it was sold out.
It was full,
sold
yeah.
out.
Were the night parties inside more than on the deck on Royal?
Inside? Yeah, they were more inside.
Yeah.
I don't remember any really deck parties at night.
And one of the I'll tell you
Outside.
one of the funniest things that we saw, and this we got a kick out of this, and this has to do with the people that are on the Royal Caribbean ship. Was Royal Caribbean has they have a lot of shops and things like that on the main promenade, and there's a center area with little kiosks where they sell things.
This is funny.
And I don't know if I'm better if you want to tell the story of me, but there were a couple times where they had like ropes around all the little kiosks.
Well, this was the next to last night.
It was twice we saw it.
Yeah.
They did it twice.
And then the last night too.
And so they had, I guess they had a lot of sale items, which were like, $10 and buy 4 and get 1 free and some different stuff like that. The same exact things and almost the same
lines.
stuff we saw in Carnival.
Yeah.
So all
It
the
was
same things on sale.
Same brands, same, like, there were some cover-ups out there. I saw the same one I bought on Carnival hanging there. And they were all $10 on Carnival too. But the thing was, Carnival puts them out there during the day and people go and they shop and pick them up, whatever. But on Royal, they had them all out there and they had them covered up with covers, like you see anyone that has gone to a Walmart on Black Friday in the center aisles, they have everything covered up until the time. And then they were all roped off too. And
Good night, Raphael.
And literally there were just tons of people waiting around the roped area. And they even had little shopping baskets in hand, these little baskets.
Yeah, like the handheld one you see at the grocery store. It was so funny.
And they were all just standing there, like just waiting for this rope to come down, like they were just going to dive in there like a Black Friday. It was the craziest thing. We thought that was so funny. Like we were just dying. We loved it. It was so funny.
It made it that we couldn't help but think about all the people who have also always said Carnival is like the Walmart of the ocean. And then all the people were dying to jump into the $10 T-shirt and $10 gift section.
And I don't know if
there's like 150 people waiting around the ropes. There weren't like 5 or 6. It was funny.
And I don't know if they just sell out quick or what, but like they were there, like they thought that they were all going to be gone and they were just going to start grabbing at them and trying to.
All right, first thing, James Lemerick, you better watch it, buddy. I did milk that beer for a while and I enjoyed it. And you know why I milked it? Because it was cold and it had a lovely Degenerate Cruisers koozie on it. So so that is why, you smarty pants. Captain's Table MDR. So here's all right, that's an excellent question they asked. Did you feel the ship moving or rocking at all? So
Not at all.
None. Nothing at all. But the first day to day and a half, every time I noticed through anything that told you how fast and what the ship speed was, it was like 9 knots, 13 knots, 10 knots. It was slow rolling, and I don't know if it's because of the proximity where we were going, or whether it's designed that way because there's so much going on. But there was quite often, and this almost was something we weren't huge fans of, but quite often we struggled to realize that we were on a cruise ship.
Yeah, well, you didn't
no
feel
movement, and stuff like that, and
well,
we don't mind that. We like being on the ship and on the ocean, and we didn't feel that.
That's one reason too. We're thinking about trying. Like I said, we want to try an Oasis class again, but we're thinking about another maybe smaller class of ships too, because you didn't feel like you were really on a ship so much on that class of ships. You kind of felt like you're in a big resort or a mall sometimes and things like that. And since we didn't have an ocean view balcony, when you go out on the Lido deck and all around there, everything's kind of has these closed in things, and you really can't get out to the ocean. You can't get close to the ocean. The back of the ship, since they have the big aqua show thing, you can't get out to the back anywhere, and maybe
you can't look over and see that wake.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can see somewhat of a wake if you have like those side aft cabins, but you don't really have a look at the wake and some of those things that we kind of dig and that we've always enjoyed.
I mean, there's a few suites in the back that you might be able to see.
NYC Rock says no more half day passes. NYC, Maryland, are you talking about Coco Cay, no more half day pass? Or the water park? Maybe that has changed.
Well, maybe they changed it. I mean, they had them on our sailing, but it could have changed after that.
Nurse Carl said, was it difficult to get used to documenting videos of your cruising when you first started? Did it feel like it was giving up a lot of your privacy, so to speak? Nurse Carl, no, it wasn't, and I'll tell you why. For years before doing any of this vlogging or any of that stuff, I regularly video recorded and used, like an old camcorder and stuff. I would record all of our cruises and our trips.
Ever since our first cruise, yeah.
And I really loved getting back from the cruise and then watching it over, because sometimes when you do these vacations, for a lot of people, they are once in a lifetime or just a few opportunities in a lifetime to do stuff, and being able to record it, everything happens so fast in the blink of an eye, and you can miss it and you can forget about a moment.
Yeah, later you're like, where did I eat dinner that night, or what did I do?
So I would love to have a couple hours worth of video and come home and just sit there and watch it. And some of it was boring as crap. I would sit there with the camera out of the ocean for 4 minutes, just like look at that water, and I'm watching at home like, oh my God, man. But some of it I was like, oh, I remember that. It was so much fun. So we've always recorded stuff, and doing it now is no different.
Before all this, we would write reviews of our cruises and kind of talk about the ship and what we did and everything. And we would do that and post it on things like back in the day, like Cruise Critic and things like that. So we always kind of did some kind of documentation of our travels.
What kind of camera do you use? Janie Phillips, hello, what's going on? For most of what you see on the vlogs, we use the M50. The Canon M50 has proven to be great for us. We've had talk about, maybe getting something else. Sharon said maybe on one of the next cruises she wants to carry the M50 and have me get a really, really nice high-end DSLR camera. Did you not say that?
Let's get this straight.
Pretty sure you
Jamie
said
said, you know what, for the next cruise, I think we need to get another camera so you can have a camera and I can have a camera. So let's start looking at a camera for you. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, I don't know. There's some other things maybe we want to get first, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, then all of a sudden the conversation goes
Good night, Sherry.
Oh yeah, you can have the M50 and I'll get a new camera. Like he just wants to get a better camera or something, and then he wants to pass that to me, I guess. So you know how that goes. Anyway, so I caught on to it.
I have a question. So Tweety said, I use Lyft because you get an estimate on the price before confirming the ride. So Tweety, I feel like I get that on Uber too, where it'll show you what the current price is for the ride. And to be honest, I always understood that you don't have to tip, and that with Uber, the tip is included, but you can add an extra one to your charge. But usually I throw the dude a couple bucks anyway. I feel like it's good karma, and Yeah, if I'm going on a cruise, I don't want to look that cheap and not throw the guy, $3. So I usually do that. Plus, he sees me with the camera, and sometimes we tell the guy what we're doing because we get him on camera, and I don't want to be like, hey, I'm the cheap YouTube guy. Jeffrey Poehler, great question. Did you guys mind having to make reservations to see certain shows? Originally, I was like, what? You need a reservation? I'll just get there early and crash the front row. But it turned out to be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad. It was just, it was different when I was like, oh, I have to make reservations. I was like, well, this is different. But I did it. And then I kind of felt good because I kind of felt like, I was like, okay, I have every night planned. We're doing this show this night, this show this night, So I kind of had our times planned. And then we had signed up to do My Time Dining. And then it was asking to put a time in. It wanted us to go ahead and schedule a time. Well, so I kind of did that, but when we got there, we ended up not doing any of those times. We had the first night or something, we had like 8 o'clock. We decided we wanted to eat earlier because we were doing something else. And so we walked in there. We didn't even have to wait. We just went in and sat down. And so we just did that every night and without an issue. So we just never did our times we actually chose.
There you go.
But yeah.
Captain's Table MDR at Holiday Inn, did you book the cruise package? No, we didn't. We flew in, stayed there, and we hung out the day. You are right, man. We got the super. Thanks for watching the video, by the way, that you know that. We got an insane early check-in. We got so lucky. Holiday Inn, thank you. I forget the dude's name. Caleb scored a one-room early check-in for us at like 6 a.m. as opposed to having to wait till 3 p.m. or earlier maybe. That guy was a godsend. So Caleb, if you're out there from Holiday Inn, thank you so much.
And we have
Holiday Inn, give Caleb a raise. His customer service was great.
And we'll tell you about, or you can watch the vlogs and find out what happened. But our hotel that we stayed at post-cruise for our Disney stay, we actually had a little bit of an issue there, and it was kind of funny, but we really made out in the end, and we'll tell you all about
You'll see more about that.
Yeah.
Scott Weber, we are not going to AK, to Alaska. Or you mean, are we selling to Arkansas? We're not going to either one, not anytime soon, but we hope to go back to Alaska again at some point.
We went in 2017, and we're hoping to go back again. Maybe in 2021, we'll see.
Crazy Cat, we have not done a debarkation day excursion. We've been lucky, and we probably had a flight that's pretty late, but we just kind of go. We get out as late as we can off the ship. We do stuff, get to the airport, just hang out and wait. You're right, we're a little nervous about a debarkation day excursion too.
Well, and I don't want to pack my things around.
Yeah, I don't want to carry my luggage around or give it to anybody because a lot of times we have a lot of our souvenirs.
Sometimes you can leave at places,
like
but
How early, Ross said, how early can you check in for embarkation? I think those check-in times will be set when you do all your paperwork and all that.
We have an online check-in time. Since we had the key, we got there about 10, and we went in the room where everyone was sitting, and they had all the people that didn't have anything. They had the key, the Diamond Plus. Everyone was just in the same room together, kind of scattered throughout. There wasn't really a designated area for the Diamond Plus, or the key. Like on Carnival, they have a separate room. Everything was together. Then when they called boarding about 11, I guess, something like that, close to 11, they just said Diamond Plus, Diamond Key members.
You can go now.
You can go now. So everyone just got up and walked in.
We made a mad dash.
So, and that's how it worked. It was easy. Wasn't crowded really to get on. We were one of the first ones on the ship.
There you go. Scott Weber said he's got a Havana cabin for the panorama. That will be awesome.
Oh, nice.
I think you will love that. Lacia said we got a full day pass at Coco Cay and plan on doing all the water slides before the people with the half day pass enter at 12.
Oh yeah.
That's probably a good move.
Well,
getting it done early and out of the way is good.
Make sure there's not 2 half day passes. When we booked our half day pass, we had an option of picking 8:45 to 11:45 or the afternoon one, and I had picked the morning one when I originally had the half day pass.
Yeah, so Tweety, you're probably long gone. Oh, we're about 20 minutes behind in this thing. I'm going to try to catch up a little bit. I'm going to bounce all the way. We're taking so much time to answer these questions. Thank you guys so much for the questions.
And if we miss any questions,
it's 8:20. We've been on 2.5 hours, and there's still 140 people out there.
We'll go through them, and any questions that we've missed, we'll either maybe answer some of them on the Cruise Crew page on Facebook, or we'll answer them at the beginning of our show next week.
Nurse Nancy, no, we did not buy any $10 items. Vance Lewis, we did not get a Royal towel to replace the Carnival towel. So here's something funny. When we got home, we realized we did not get any Royal gear. hats, shirts, or anything like that. And I'll tell you what, Royal Caribbean, I'm going to tell you, your little shop was a little lacking. The shop that you had to buy stuff
with
your royal gear, you know, your hats and shirts, was about as big as the room we're in right now. It was a little underwhelming. And I'm noticing that on Carnival as well, on the newer ships, there's so much other high-end stuff.
There's other stores.
But give me something cool with the royal logo and I'd be sporting it right now.
Yeah, whereas, it was just a small room.
Karen,
I thought about buying, I saw a hoodie there that I kind of really wanted, but I never ended up going back and getting it.
Karen Everbeck said, what was your favorite on Royal versus Horizon? Karen, what favorite, is there a certain thing that you're asking about?
Where is that question?
She asked, Klaykowski said, were the oysters raw? Hell yeah, dude. They're always raw.
What was your favorite thing on Royal versus Horizon?
Any suggestions on Horizon departing this Saturday for Karen?
What was our favorite on both? I don't know. Royal, our favorite thing was the food and the entertainment. Those were the two top things that stood out that we really loved. When we were on Horizon, the things that stood out.
What's funny is
we love the ship and this customer service.
Until we got,
Probably,
it's still one of our favorites, but until we got on the Royal ship, our best ever experience in the theater watching a show was on the Horizon. Celestial Strings was an unbelievable show, the greatest show we've ever seen on a Carnival cruise ship. And then we proceeded to get on Royal, and we saw Flight, which was equal to that easily. And then we saw Hero in the Aqua Theater, and that was insane. The stuff that they were doing. And
they were on right over our heads.
And since there's only 137 people here, I'll tell you right now, we got a ton of that stuff on video, and we'll be sharing it with you, especially that Hero show. So hang in there for that. Just don't be upset when we have to overdub the music to something generic. We'll still get you the visual, and that's the deal. So there you have it. Blaine 2007, thank you, dude. You're always pushing for the like button. Looks like we're 3 away from 200, but there's only 134 watching now, so we might have hit the end of our.
Amy said you could always do Oasis of the Seas out of New Jersey next year to Bermuda. You know what? That's an option. I hadn't looked at that one yet, but that would be great. Bermuda is still on one thing on our bucket list. We we were supposed to go this last summer, and we had to put it aside.
That's a chilly, rough ride though down the Atlantic coast. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I'm just going to tell you right now. Joseph said, if you try another Oasis class ship, try Harmony. It's similar. We had the full name anyway, but it really wasn't a huge difference. NYC Rocks was talking about, I think, the pricing. Were the swimming pools crowded? Jeremy, when we got now. If you're talking about on the ship, Jeremy, there were a lot of pools, man. There were 3 pools and 1 kids pool water park area in addition to the slides that you could go on.
But
there were three slides total.
All 3 of those pools, every time we were around them, and twice we laid out by the pool.
Yes.
But they were packed. They were packed. You could not get in and do any kind of swimming or move it around much, even swim to the other side.
Well, yes. The pool on the we got up a little bit late on the sea day and went up by the pool, and it was insane. You could barely move around. There were no seats anywhere, that's for sure.
We found some, but we're not right by the pool.
And what was a little bit weird is we felt like there's so much space on the Oasis ship, but we felt like there was less places to go lay out. The pool areas themselves had all the loungers where you get the sun, and there were a couple other 1 or 2 places to go.
There was a lot of shaded area, which is nice for people too that like the shade.
If you like the shade, but if you're out there to get baked in the sun, like the forward area had the solarium, which is very nice, reminiscent of the Serenity deck on Carnival. There is an age restriction to be hanging out there, but it's covered in glass with the exception of a few slots where air comes through, so it's a little warmer, a little stuffier in there.
But if you're cruising in the winter or late fall or something, it might be fine. We cruised, of course, in the humidity here of summer, so it was just really hot and humid in there with no airflow. But so it probably depends on when you cruise.
For sure. But there are places like when we're on the Horizon, There's a lot of open deck area where there's chairs just all lined up. Now there is less immediate pool area, right? There's only the Lido deck, and then there's an aft pool, and there's a Havana area, but I'm not counting that. But the aft pool is a little smaller because there is a Havana area.
Yeah.
So less pool and pool area, but more area to lay out and get sun with loungers. That's kind of how we felt.
Yeah, the pools
felt
were
like.
probably as crowded, if not more crowded, than the Carnival pools. I mean, they were crowded, but the
There were a
ship
lot of
was, it
people.
was a full ship, and you know, a lot of people want to be out there.
DC810, what's up? Said, I like the ship rocking, especially rocking it to sleep. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was one.
I don't mind a little rocking, but you know.
That was an
within
issue.
reason.
There were times when we didn't quite realize or remember that we're actually on a cruise ship. There's so much interior and so much interior activity
Well, we
and
were
things to do.
just so in awe, just checking everything out, trying not to miss anything, and so focused on a lot of that too.
Yes. But I will tell you this, and just to answer, I know people are thinking it, well, yeah, you guys are platinum on Carnival, so your service is a little better because you're platinum, and you're used to it, and we know all that kind of
And
stuff.
someone already mentioned.
And that's why we want to make sure we do our due diligence and get back on another royal ship for longer. I'm going to tell you what, I'll be the first one to admit, we've thought we were such cruise pros that we could hop on this ship for 4 days and do it all. No problem. We'll knock it out. We're professional cruisers.
We did
And
manage to.
we failed big time at that.
We did manage to not do everything on the ship, but we
Good night,
managed
John.
to see everything on the ship. We did do a ship tour, and we hit every spot. But as far as doing all the activities on the ship, we didn't have enough time to do that.
We saw everything, but we just couldn't do everything.
We just couldn't do it all.
We did not do the flow rider. I don't know if I'm a flow rider guy. Number one, I don't like 20 people watching me on the flow rider. That's uncomfortable.
Matthew did want to do the flow rider, but we just never. And we did have times where we could have, with the key, done it. But we just didn't have the time. We didn't.
I am not going to lie. I do not like at all the fact that they have the flow rider and they have the benches there where people will just sit on the bench and watch people on the flow rider. Almost, I would guarantee that 90% of the people getting on that thing have never done anything like that before. And if you're comfortable doing that in front of a bunch of people, then good for you.
There's some people.
I don't mind sitting here and talking to you guys for 3 hours, which it looks like we're probably going to do tonight.
Wow.
But I am definitely not a fan of getting on the flow rider in front of an audience. I'm old. I'm not particularly in shape. I'm not a vision of beauty by any means. And no one wants to see my butt rolling around that thing with my shorts hanging up, getting yanked down, my shirt getting pulled up, my butt crack sticking out. Nobody wants to see that, and I don't want anybody to have to see that. So I was not a fan of that, to be honest.
But yeah, next time, that's why once we do a longer, we'll hopefully be able to do it.
Yes. So there you go. Laisha said, I always feel like they could put another pool somewhere else. Yeah, they definitely could. They definitely could.
Well, they have the whole open
Leanne said Brian does a flow ride. See, yeah, well, Leanne, that's the thing. One day when we all cruise together, Brian and I will be sitting back with some cold refreshments. The kids will all be flow riding, and you and Sharon will be shopping. I think that's how it'll happen. Too much interior space on the Royal Caribbean big ships. I like to know I'm on the ocean, not in a mall. Deborah, that's an excellent point. I'm glad that you said it. I think I said it a couple times myself. So there you go. Blaine 2007 said that's not a pretty visual. We're about to go down in likes. Come on, Blaine.
Oh, God. Well, actually, too, if we go on a different class of ships with Royal, we would be able to see more ocean. It's just I think the Oasis class.
Nurse Nancy said I'll do the flow rider if I have a few drinks.
Another Oasis class and another Royal show. I'm going to do it all.
Yeah. So we'll hopefully and then we'll definitely be announcing our next Royal Caribbean in the next 30 days probably. I think it'll be that soon. Did you see any pier runners? No, we did not. No pier runners. Yes, Leanne. Brian and I will be drinking at the casino. Sharon, you will be having margaritas and planning our next cruise. Fantastic. Gosh. And 2.5 hours tonight, guys. Amazing, amazing time. There's still 134 people here. What's the move? Are we do you guys want to? Do you have more questions? Did we miss a question earlier that you want to repost now? Let's take the next couple minutes and just shoot out any last questions you have.
Stay for 5 more minutes. If you had any questions that we missed and didn't answer, post them now.
Vance, we didn't. I heard something about Pinnacle members, but I didn't notice any. But I was so busy just looking for parts of the ship that I didn't notice a whole bunch else. As a matter of fact. Boy, this has been a crazy live stream. We haven't given any creators any credits.
I've heard a lot about the Freedom Class ship.
All over the place.
Good things, and so I may be looking into that as well.
Are you sure? You've already mentioned you're going to do an Oasis class. You're going to do Freedom class. I know you're thinking about getting on the Oasis of the Seas after all the upgrades.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I just need to see where the ports are, because I also want to see some either new ports or just something a little different too.
And we did do the we did see the elevator guy.
Oh yeah, we did. That was a lot of fun.
You know what?
And
Hold
it was
on.
the first night.
It wasn't the first night.
Yeah, it was. It was the very first night we got in the elevator.
I don't think it was.
It was, and he all of a sudden we saw him, and it opened up, and we're like, oh my God, we can't believe it, he's there. So we hopped on really quick with him, and we filmed him the whole time.
Nurse Nancy just came out with the tough question. All right, first off, Freedom of the Seas is getting refurbished, but Oasis class is for us. That's what Leanne said. Nancy said, what do you think has a better value for the money, Royal or Carnival? Nancy, if we're talking about money and dollars and value, I think most people will agree that Carnival has the most bang for the buck.
Yeah.
Because it's less expensive to cruise. But if you like a lot of things to be a little bit of a notch up, you know, the physical appearance, the food and things like that, then I think that I think maybe Royal. We mentioned something about
probably 90% of the time you're gonna get a better price and get more with Carnival, but it really depends on what you want. Do you want a little more, or are you someone that just wants Royal or wants, you know, things up here maybe a little better all the time? It depends on what means the most to you. If you're someone that likes to get on the ship, just have a good time, you don't really care about a lot of little things, and you just enjoy yourself, then go with Carnival.
NYC Rocks has a great question. For flight, balcony or floor level? So I'll tell you what.
Flight.
So when we went to see Flight, the key program had preferred seating for us.
Upstairs.
And the preferred seating was upstairs, and you could sit in a couple of rows. Definitely don't sit upstairs in the first row or the second row. Your view will be taken back a little bit.
Yeah, the bar will be right here.
Try to be in about the center.
About the fourth row up.
Fourth row ought to be good.
Upstairs.
Yes, we had a great experience upstairs. I couldn't tell you what it was like downstairs because we weren't downstairs for any shows. But we had a really good vantage point.
Well,
from about row 4 or 5 on the top level.
And those, I'm assuming those are probably the better seats, because that's where they reserved the seats for the, like, I think it was Sweet Guest or Diamond and
Sweet Guest, Diamond Plus, and Key all get to sit, or Diamond Plus, and Key get to sit in the.
I'm assuming that's where they think are the better seats. So.
Yes, Amy Rogers said, personally, I think the biggest drawback on the Oasis class ship is that they're put on the most popular ports that everyone's been to 50 million times.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I mean, I think you might stay on the ship a little more too. So, Amy, or Nancy, that was a hard. You always ask people very hard questions in the chat. That's why we love you. You don't pull any punches. You're a true hammer. But we answered that question. So there you go. What food do they have at the private island? Princess had a barbecue hamburger and hot dogs, beans, and such. DC-810, on Coco Cay, they had amazing food, including burgers, dogs. There was chicken there, like jerk chicken. I had
they had some kind of meat they were cutting too, and just like a lot of.
I had like a cheese, like an Italian cheesesteak type of deal.
Yeah.
They had tacos and some Mexican food there. Best food we've seen on an island setup ever.
Mexican. They had a salad bar, little salad bar. They had a dessert, little area of dessert bar.
Antoinette said, does Royal Caribbean serve food all night? So Sorrento serves food late.
Well, till like 3? Was it 3?
They say, yes, they're not 24 hours, but they're pretty late. Who else had the late? There's another place. Is it the Park? I don't think it's the Park Cafe. I apologize. We didn't have any real late nights where we saw that.
Normally we would notice that, but we actually didn't stay up that late. And so we really didn't pay that close of attention to that.
Yes. Mr. Cruise Fever said, big question. Would you do Princess Cruise Line?
Yes. We actually are booked on a Princess Cruise right now. And I'm thinking about booking another one where I'm just waiting to see about the dates.
Captain Sable Main MDR, the casino. We didn't do well in the casino. We came out negative about $1.40, $1.20 or something like that. So I don't know. The casino was packed. I mean, there were 3.
You went in there. I went in there twice with you.
Yeah.
And
when I went in the evening
roulette and you
after
were
dinner,
having no
it was
luck.
packed.
But then you went in there once or twice without me when you went in there first.
Yeah.
And then you came back and you're like, yeah, I'm done.
I will say this. I'm sorry that Tony's not on here anymore. He might be able to agree with me. The craps situation, the craps table, totally lame. Totally lame. Never saw any regular crowd of the same guys there. The craps table just stunk. I'm going to come right out and say it. The roulette, we didn't do anything good there. I saw a couple guys win big. We weren't part of it. And there was one funny story where I went in. I had about, I don't know, I was going to put down $50 to get started on the roulette table. And I go in, and there's 4 roulette tables total. 3 of them are packed, and one of them has like 1 dude there. Maybe it's just 2 people. I'm like, oh, I'll go to that one. Looks like no one's, that must be the newest table that opened that hasn't caught up yet to get busy. So maybe it's $40 I put down, and then the guy gives me 8 chips back. And I go, hey man, you only gave me 8 chips. He goes, yeah, they're $5 each. I go, what? What's the minimum? And he goes, the minimum is $25. And I'm like, hold on, what? The minimum bet is $25 minimum? So $5 chips minimum to bet? That's out of my league. I can't roll like that. And the guy next to me looks up at me and goes, yeah man, I hear you. It's the only place I could get a seat. That's the only reason I'm playing it. And I looked at the guy, you know, the dealer guy at the roulette table, and I just said, cash me out. So I just cashed out and took the chips and rolled out.
I might have been good if you were winning, but you weren't. You weren't winning.
Let's see, what else do we have going on here? So yes, so Princess Cruise Lines, we will do that. Blaine said, I got a good refund in November on Horizon because of a price change. I always check. That's a good deal. Sorrento's does stay open late. Do you want to talk about the pizza at all? Or is that a Matthew? Do you just want to leave that for Matthew?
That's a Matthew. I mean, I preferred, like I already said, I preferred Carnival pizza, but we'll let Matthew do his review because he has different thoughts.
Good night, Jeffrey. Thank you, bud. I appreciate it. So what do you say, yes or no?
Matthew can do his pizza review on how he feels because he doesn't always think the same as we do on things. I eat pizza on the cruise ship sometimes late at night once in a while, but it's not like I eat a meal there.
Yeah, it's Crazy
not
Cat.
Like,
they said
I
that.
do like it, but I don't go for pizza all the time. So, you know.
Maryland NYC rocks.
Oh, did Matthew get his cruise ship model? Yes, he did. He did get a cruise ship model, and that's one thing. They are twice as much as Carnival's cruise ship. But
Twice as much?
It was 60 or 65, something like that for the cruise ship. But they're twice as big. They are huge. They're twice as big as this Carnival.
And there's a funny story to go along with that cruise ship that originally cost us $65 and ended up costing us $0. But we're gonna save that for the next time because I'm sure we're still gonna be talking about this stuff going forward. Next time around. NYC Rock says, I don't like Sorrento's pizza. I will say now, for me, when it comes to the pizza, I'm Carnival. And there you have it. And I'll go into more detail another time. Ross said, thanks for the info. You guys helped us. Saturday can't come soon enough. Ready for the Symphony. Ross, you will have a blast.
You will.
You're already signed up. You got the reservations for the show. It's funny. It's such a big thing, and everyone seems to know to make your reservations for the shows. But quite often, as we looked over our balcony and saw everyone waiting in line for the Aqua show,
you don't have to do that.
There was a line
on the Oasis class.
200 people long. I swear. 150 to 200
and they
easily.
were out there for over
people
an hour
they go in 2 lines. In one line, you have your reservation. You go right up. You give them your card. You tell them who you are. They go good, boom, and you're in. And for us, since we had the key program, they said go here, and that's where the preferred seating is for you. And they kept that seating strict. They did not let anyone else there, which I appreciated.
Yeah, that was a nice feature of the key. That was probably, besides the Wi-Fi, that one.
But the non-reservation line was long.
Second great thing.
So make sure that you do that. Marilyn, you will hear Matthew's Pizza review.
Yes, he'll be putting that out this week or this weekend, so we'll get that posted.
NYC Rocks has Symphony in 38 days. Yeah, listen, we'll tell you all of our honest opinion, and some of it may not be popular. We may get some royal folks that think we're blowing, that we're full of poop or whatever. But all we can do is tell you how we feel. and let you guys take that and be the decision. You may totally disagree with us. You might agree with us. I don't really know. Everyone's a little different. So this is just what a couple of old farts like us and our 14-year-old son enjoyed.
And we had a great time, though. Overall, we had a great time, and we would definitely do it again and do it longer.
Vance Lewis said, I've never done Carnival, Diamond Plus on Royal. What would be a great first Carnival ship to go on?
Then I would say go on Horizon. If you're used to Royal, go on Horizon.
Well, it depends. Are you Vance, are you an Oasis class Royal? Or have you been going, you've obviously been on Royal.
He's Diamond Plus.
I understand that.
On many.
Well, I know, but Diamond Plus means he's been cruising probably for a number of years before maybe all these Oasis class ships were in the water, and he's probably seen a lot of different Royal ships. So
true.
do you love the Oasis class ships, Vance? Let me know real quick in the chat if that's where your heart is, or do you like a little bit of an older, more intimate setting? Yes, he's an Oasis man. Okay. All right, so go with Horizon.
Not Vista, Horizon.
Or Panorama when it comes out.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have the Horizon or Panorama lined up, then I would say you could back up and check out the Breeze, or the last one I might choose might be the Magic. And I only say Magic because our friend York was just raving about a great time he had on the Magic after not being on a Carnival. It was his first Carnival cruise.
He did say he was noticing a little bit of wear and tear though on the Magic.
Well, it's got a couple years on it.
Facelift and stuff. So
sure.
Yeah.
So that's our best recommendation for you. And there you go. Nancy said, I think Breeze or Horizon. Boom.
Yeah.
So Nancy and us, we're on the same page here. That is for sure.
Yeah, I say Horizon for that.
There you go. I was thinking about the newly renovated Sunrise. That's what Laisha said. Hey, check out Dave and Brandy's excursion. They just did a cruise, I think, on the Sunrise.
Yeah, that's
so check out
another
their
thing.
channel
The Sunrise, or when the Radiance comes out, one of those might be good as well because they are a little bit smaller, but they are going to be like brand new with a lot of new features and special
Good night,
design.
Slinky.
So those actually might be some great options too.
We are 13 minutes away from being on here for 3 freaking hours. Hold on, do you guys want to see something? Let me just show you something real quick. Here is the new intro you'll see when you tune in to our vlogs, our new series of vlogs. We always make a new little intro that each vlog will show. It's the same one each time.
Didn't play that on our last one? Wasn't it on our last one?
What do you mean? On the last vlog?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the last vlog had it, but if you haven't watched that yet, you can just check this out, just to break this up, and then we'll wrap it up here for 10 more minutes, and then we'll get out of here at the 3-hour mark with the longest live show we've ever done. And unbelievable. And for if any reason this thing freezes, don't worry, I'll come right back and clean it. So check this out really quick right now. Okay, so there you go. There's a quick little glimpse. Oh my God, Bud Trimble, dude, thanks a lot again with the super chat. You're awesome. Thank you very much. Thanks for saying nice things about the show. That means a lot, dude. We appreciate that.
Good night to you too, bud.
Yes. Bernard Hackney said Carnival Magic has an odor that won't quit. Maybe it does now. I don't know, or I don't know where you were, where the cabin was. We hadn't experienced an odor on Carnival Magic. It's been a little while, but hey.
It's been almost 3 years.
Yes, thank you guys for the compliments on the intro. So yeah, the Piano Man was certainly cool. We saw him from a distance and chased down that elevator, I'm not gonna lie. So there you have it. Big question, would you guys do NCL? EECC Travels have been on NCL. Yes.
Yeah, we're booked on NCL in January on the Encore, the new Encore. So we'll have a new shift to review.
Captain's Table MDR, no, though, I would like to take credit for those licks, but they weren't. And I laughed, and I said, somebody's going to think that I played some of this music, but no, I don't even know that I'm that good, but hey. Does that one raft slide actually go into an inverted loop? That's what Nurse Carl said. That one raft slide, it kind of slow rolls down a tube, then it comes out and drops. And it drops heavy. I mean, like, like you feel like you just flew off of the thing, and then you land, and then you go up and around, and that thing was pretty awesome. That's the one we waited about 45 minutes on. Matthew and I did it, but we really had a lot of fun, and you'll see in the video, I got the whole thing on GoPro, and it was cool, and we really had a good time with it. Ruth Todd said, I can't believe you're still on. Cool, I snuck out to buy some soda. Thanks for waiting for me. You got it. Doris Wigfall said NCL Bliss 2019. There you go. That'll be a good time.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see. Any last questions? We'll probably wrap it up here. I think we're pretty solid that we hit the 3-hour mark virtually tonight. You guys are amazing. Still 113.
Wow.
I think I'm going to cut out early. It's nearly midnight and 7:30 will be here soon. I see the wife giving the look. Blaine, thank you very much. Sorry I had to leave early tonight, dude. We'll try to cut it back next time.
Tell your wife hi for us.
Yes, please. Thanks for all the efforts. 202 thumbs up tonight. That is fantastic. That is awesome. NYC Roxy, you're amazing. But how do I reach you to book a cruise? Mary said. Tell her.
Well, it's always in the description box below my email. Just sharonatsea@gmail.com, and I'll email you back. Also, I have a Facebook page called Sharon at Sea Travel, and my phone number is on there, and you can message me through there as well.
Yes.
But the quickest way to get a response from me is through sharonatsea@gmail.com. Just email me, leave me your phone number, whatever. I can call you right back.
Tina Thomas, you are welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Captain's Table. I had a couple beers at Playmakers. Usually it was like an end of the night deal. The people working there were great. I chatted with them once or twice.
Packed.
It was packed.
Yeah.
I believe it was the first game of the NBA championship was on while we were on the ship, and it was insanely packed. But we didn't hang out there much. It just never played out. Again, maybe just being on for 4 days, we missed a few things.
Yeah, when we first got on,
Certainly a place I'd want to hang out at.
We said we were gonna. When we saw it, we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna hang out here. This is gonna be fun, fun. And we ended up just going at the end of the night.
Yeah.
For a few minutes. Although he said the wings are great. We have to go back on for the wings.
I'll check them out, and Matthew would like to check them out too.
the
Jeremy Wilson, 2021 group cruise. We don't have anything in the works right now. So far, we just have the one coming up on this October.
And
we have the one that we're teaming up with the great folks at La Lido Loca, where the La Lido Loca Sharon at Sea group cruise that we're doing together next October 24th. And that'll be on the Carnival Breeze.
I don't know for sure if we're going to do a group cruise in 2021. We keep getting asked that a lot, though, so we may put something together. I just don't know, since I guess the itineraries are only out on most cruise lines through like April or so for 2021. I'll probably wait till more itineraries come out and maybe plan something then.
There you go. I would like to say a special thanks to the Hammer and the Nail.
Yeah.
Please spread the word. The Hammer and the Nail are out there. Nurse Nancy and Leanne. First off, thank you for being part of our team. Nancy's been with us a while. Leanne, I feel like Leanne's been with us a while. She's been interactive with us for a long, long time, and we really appreciate that. And now she's officially a part of our Sharon at Sea team here. And we can't wait to have her into the headquarters at some point.
And we kept them both here for 3 hours.
Yes, and Leanne's first night on the nail, or on the wrench, she gets a 3-night wallop. So thank you so much. Leanne, for the record, we don't pay any overtime. It's a flat fee. You're salaried. Your $0 salary does not get adjusted for working the overtime. So there you go. Jim and Annette, thanks for hanging in there. Marilyn Moore, Ruth Todd, Captain's Table. It's a pleasure. Thank you for your awesome questions, Captain's Table.
Let's go to
K Max said, good day from Sydney, Australia. Might have to try Carnival. nearly D+ on Royal, and have enjoyed every cruise with them so far. Let's make sure that we're clear, guys. We had an amazing time. We're comparing some things that we're used to, some things we thought were different.
Comparing, we're not saying we didn't like them.
Yes.
They're just different, and we're just kind of noting some of the differences between the cruise ships, and some of them we think are just kind of funny.
And you've heard us say things about Carnival. We went on the Carnival Dream, and it was overall a mediocre experience at best, and we didn't have great service. We went on the Vista and didn't really have a great time. We went on the Horizon, and it was amazing.
Right.
So we'll be straight and honest with you guys,
really
the whole deal.
Line, it's just whether the ship or our cruise is good or not.
It's important that we don't come off as homers. We don't want to be homers.
We just try to share our honest opinion, and we could have a great week, and the next person that gets on the same ship could have a horrible week, and vice versa. So, it's...
Mr. Cruise Fever said, I hope you guys do a group cruise with Josh Hokum. That'd be amazing, but I don't know if I could do that, Mr. Cruise Fever 1. And the reason is I am not as organized as that dude. That guy runs a tight ship, and I don't know if I can match him in organizational skills or consistent energy. He is mind-blowing. He does
have a lot of energy.
And I know and some of the folks that we met at our get-together in Disney Springs met him there a few weeks earlier, kind of in the same type of a setting, same deal. And they said he's, like everybody else in the cruising community, that's him. That is him in person. That's him on the camera.
He's got a lot of energy.
Yes, that guy is a bubble waiting to burst, and I don't know where he gets it, but I don't know. He's young, energetic.
I wish I had that energy.
We're on the back end of this deal, and right now we just want to relax and enjoy ourselves. You guys have a great week. Alicia said, Josh can do everything on the ship in 5 hours. He can do it in about 4.5 and then be bored for 30 minutes. That guy is all over the place. We'll keep talking some more stuff next week. We're going to have vlogs and stuff coming out this week, so hang in there. Thank you for your love and support.
Yes, thank you,
I can only assume you guys are already subscribed, but if you're not, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button. Well, you have already, so thank you. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're always notified of the new content. A lot of it's going to be coming out. We have a bunch of vlogs. Next week we didn't even talk about Disney, guys.
We have our after the Symphony vlogs come out, we're going to start putting out our Disney vlogs. Not only did we vlog every day at Disney, we actually vlogged some of the rides. I mean, Jamie had the camera on some of the cool rides, and we vlogged the whole ride.
There they are. There's the Huebners. The Huebner Hijinks on the High Seas is in the house. What's up, guys? We met them as well that morning before we even got to Disney Springs when we get off the ship. So that is awesome. We'll talk more about that next week as well. And we'll get a little more into the get-together that we had at Disney Springs and talk about that kind of deal. So that'll be super cool. No James, no 4-hour show next week. No. This 3 is about as much as I can do. And I'm pretty sure all the other creators will be like, jerks. What are you guys trying to do, man? We do an hour show. You do 3 hours? That's BS. So I do apologize for that too.
Yeah.
What ship is a group cruise in October? Carnival Horizon.
Horizon.
It's actually on the Horizon. So check that out if you want to get in on that deal. Yeah. 206 likes is a new record. Dell, that is a new record for us. You are absolutely right. Huckleberry Sunny said, do you like the Carnival Dream? The Dream was good. It was missing a few things, and a couple of our customer service experiences were not awesome on the Dream. Yeah.
We like that class.
So it was not our best
that class
cruise.
Of ships we like, but it wasn't our best cruise.
Yes. So there you go.
But there's other people we've heard that have had great times on the Dream.
So that's it. Well, like I said, it's just all about our experience. And hopefully you have, no matter what you guys do, we hope you have the experience of a lifetime. But we'll just tell you honestly what we saw, what we liked, what we didn't like.
And we're not really picky people. We kind of, we kind of shrug things off, laugh things off when they happen most of the time,
Yes.
So.
There you have it. All right, 1 minute left. We're going to wrap it up. Nancy, Leanne, thank you guys so much. You're amazing.
Yes,
great job, guys.
You.
I think it was pretty mellow. Leanne did get to drop a hammer on her first person. Unfortunately, it was John Heald, the ambassador of the Carnival Cruise Line. So if you're here earlier, Leanne had to take him by the scruff of his neck and kick his ass out of here. So thank you for doing that, Leanne. We appreciate it.
Nancy had a great experience playing the Dream. It was her first cruise and got her hooked.
There you go. So you guys have a great night. Thank you so much. Look for the new videos. Call Sharon for travel. And we will talk to you again soon.
See you next week.
Until next time,
Happy cruising.
happy cruising. Here's
Bye,
a fun little
everyone.
picture to say goodbye with.